Welcome everybody, and welcome to the Q&A on this channel, the very first one. I am Silver Starling, amazed I got this far, and I am joined by three very important friends to me. Who would like to introduce themselves?
Well, I guess I'll go. Hello, I am Churgo II. I do title cards, other art, and I date the Wolfie.
Yes, and he's a good Wolfie for that.
Hee.
Also, as a warning to people who are listening to this, if you hear anything that sounds like a dog, it's probably my dog. So, you might hear a dog or you might hear a cat. Who's
all
next?
of the animals.
Come on, you two.
I guess I'll go. Hey guys, it's the Music Reborn. I do a lot of music, whether it be fandom or otherwise. Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for Silver for letting me on there. So, yeah.
Hey, you won the Q&A. Well, you won the little riddle at the end.
True.
That little screeing bird is Danii. Would Danii like to speak English? He is not English.
Hey everyone, I'm the Danii Burb. I'm the one who isn't really in a fandom. I just like to float around. If I get paid to do art, okay, that's great. That keeps money on the table. And I just exist.
I was going to say, also, Danii is an incredible artist. Everybody commissioners for some real-life looking, holy shoot. Ben is an incredible musician. Go commission him. And Churgo makes the most adorable art in the world. Go commission them all!
Yes, please, because I need mayonnaise to live.
You need mayonnaise to live. I think you mean trumpet wax.
I think he just needs trumpet smooches.
Yes, he
No,
does.
we're not shipping me and my trumpet this early on the Q&A.
We did it once. We will bring
Yes, we are.
ship back.
I mean, there is fan art.
Yes, there is.
I mean, we're just shipping it here until it shows up on Stupid Cupid.
God, no! If that shows up on Stupid Cupid, I'm gonna crash that freaking podcast when you guys do that and be like, no, this is not acceptable.
Hey, Wolfmom, can I join that episode?
Oh
God,
God.
yes, you can. Again, also for anyone who heard that squeaking on my end, that is my dog.
Knuckle.
Okay, so let's get into this because we have to explain a few things because some of you may be confused as where Corgi is. Corgi could not make it. She is celebrating her grandmother's birthday. So unfortunately it was called at the last minute, so she can't join us. And Churgo does not have that much time. So we're going to do Churgo's questions first. And then we are going to move on to everybody else. Everybody cool with that?
Yep.
Okay, so let's start off with the very first question. This guy literally sent in half the questions we have in this entire Q&A.
That's a lot.
We did a count. There's 57.
Oh no! I had to cut back some because what happened again. This is also clearing up for people. Some people either put some questions that I didn't think was comfortable for any of us to answer. Like asking for like what our Skype is or what we're most scared of. I wasn't sure if that would be a good stuff, so I took those questions out. And some of them were duplicates, and some of them were duplicates with other people. So I weaned it from about almost 150 questions to about 98.
1 second, I need to close the door to get a little ambient noise away.
Wolfmom.
Also, of those 98 questions, Kenny Vargas here has asked 40 of those questions.
That's a lot.
I can answer one of the questions that got removed.
Okay, we might, but let's stick let's stick to the ones we got, though.
I was just gonna say, I have no fears. Fear itself. Fears.
Yes,
Fear spiders.
that is the owl man. That is the bird. That is the owl man.
The mouse.
Okay, so first question. Ask Churgo the second. When did you start doing art and helping Silver Starling in her videos?
Well, as for my art, I've been kind of doing it for years. I picked it up, doing art a little bit more frequently, towards the beginning of high school, and even then, it was kind of an off and on thing. My style has changed dramatically since then. Even within, like, the last year, it's changed. But I've been taking a few little art classes. I've been listening to a lot of my friends who do study art. I've been getting a lot better with it, as you can probably see from my newer work at the beginning of her videos. Commission me. But as for when I started helping her, I don't think I actually started doing that much art for you until we, well, for your videos, until recently, until, what was it, the mod couple?
Yeah, sorry, I had to go get a Lou because she was chewing her little stick that would have been a little loud. Yeah, no, you came in for the mod couple and you did title cards. Because I felt really bad because I asked Danii to do the title card from the school days that got taken down. Curse you, Hasbro! Again, like, why would they censor the video to be worldwide unable to watch when there's somebody who does reacts that people can see the whole goddamn video?
Because they're stupid.
Hasbro's broken, YouTube's broken.
Yes.
That's
But
pretty
anyway,
much.
I felt really bad because I had asked Danii to do this gorgeous title card.
In 3 days.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put some of these links, like, for the art and such in the description. But this gorgeous title card in 3 days. It was beautiful. It was amazing. She
Danny,
delivered...
you need to start posting that stuff on Twitter, so...
Yeah, you do. You do.
I'm a hermit who doesn't know how to social media. What do you guys expect from me?
But anyway, it was amazing. I am going to put it on my own Twitter, actually, to give it some views, as well as put it in the description. But it was an amazing piece, and unfortunately I felt like I was pushing Danii too much and she needed a break, and I was freaking out because I'm like, I don't like to do title cards because I suck at those. How the frick am I going to do this? And Churgo came along and said, well, I'll do it. And I'm like, you're sure? And he said, yes. I'm like, you're positive? And he was like, yes.
I got that first title card like the day the episode came out.
Well, no.
And then I just kind of did little things on it throughout the week to make it better.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I heard about what was coming up early, so I gave a heads up to you. But on the day of the episode, I saw that the picture we were referencing for Mudbriar was lighter than the actual episode, so we just had to do a little switch. But no, that's when you start helping with my videos. Ready for your next question?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Ask Churgo, when did you create your fur affinity and DA?
Oh boy, I am actually going to have to look up when I created this stuff. It's a good thing I have these tabs open so I can check for notifications. I originally started my Deviant art, once I find it, back in June of 2014, so I've had this for, yeah, like 4 years now. Wow. But it was just kind of a place to show off some of the art I was working on, you know, meet a couple new artists, and just kind of have a place to put my stuff. And I will admit, I actually created a folder specifically for the older stuff I put, because I am ashamed of the quality of them.
They are good,
so those are...
ignore him.
No, they're not. But as for my fur affinity, that was a more recent thing that I made, to try to expand my horizons, try to get a bigger fan base, and see if I could sell more commissions. And that one I signed up for, November, actually, yeah, like the very beginning of November, right after Inktober was over. And I didn't post any of my Inktober stuff there, but I started, my first post on there was actually a special icon that you could find on my Twitter, but I never posted to DeviantArt to give people incentive to check out the Fur Affinity. And honestly, it was an icon I was very proud of. It was a kobold from the Unexpectables D&D campaign over at Takahata 101 Wednesday nights. Go check them out.
Hun, we kind of need to speed through these answers.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's how long I've had my art sites. I've also had a Twitter for I think more years that I post things on, like little sketches or other art.
Do you like animals?
I do very much enjoy animals. I love seeing the creatures that just kind of roam around where I live, because I live out in the country, so there's deer and birds and everything. I also...
Wait, does country
my
up in
family
New
has
York?
done a lot of... Huh?
Wait, does country up in New York?
Apparently, yes. Upstate.
Let's go upstate.
But when I was growing up, my family and I would take a lot of vacations. We would travel all over the country, and we always made it a point that if we had time in an area, if they had a zoo or an aquarium, we would stop and we would go around and see what they had. And I kind of grew up in really loving animals and loving to watch them. I've actually got a membership to my local zoo, and every once in a while I'll just go up there to take pictures.
Which he passed up the opening day of the zoo to be here, so thank you, hon.
Yeah. To be fair, I didn't realize that it was opening day until like earlier this week when they sent me an email.
Okay, so this is a funny question. This is a very funny question. Is Silver Starling your girlfriend? So am I, hon? Am I your girlfriend?
Well, if you weren't, the art I drew of us would be really awkward.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. Don't look at all the art or the fact you came up for a week up here in the house.
Yeah, she lives 6 hours away from me. I have visited her twice, and we haven't even been dating half a year.
Yeah.
I love her. I love being around her. She is a great person.
Aww, he is a wonderful person too. And the burb over here, they were just very, very happy to hear that you came up. I think we called them, I think we called you two one time, because I found out that you, hun, were ticklish under the armpit.
Why are we talking about this?
Oh, we could talk
This is
about
going in the
so
Q&A.
much
Keep it in the
more.
Q&A.
Okay. But yeah, I would think you're my boyfriend.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
I'd like
I
some
would hope
silence
so.
in the house rather than the stress. of
How many projects are you working on right now?
Am I working on?
Are you working on?
Let's see. I'm editing for Stupid Cupid, so that's one. I've been helping a few people with title cards, so let's bring that up to 3. Or add 3. I voice act and do some other stuff for another series a friend runs called Noble Blood, so that's up to 5. There's another series I voice act for, 6.
Well, family
I
is
have quite a few
everything.
projects. And then there's Family is Everything, where I will be playing the lead character.
Yep, and
So
then
that's-
there is 2 projects you can't mention just yet that you're working on.
Yeah, so that brings me up to 9 plus projects.
Fun times!
Yeah, granted, some of them I'm not doing that much for, but it's... between that and school, I get busy.
That actually covers off all of the questions that were specifically to you.
Were there ones specific to us as a couple?
There is, and, well, it's not like to me and you, it's just they asked me, but it comes in with you, so we will get to that.
Okay.
Now it's time for the burb.
Wait, hold up. There are people who actually want to know about the burb.
Yes.
I've asked the questions to the more exciting people in this Q&A, but you decided to go
But the burb is exciting.
The burb is exciting. And again, like, I had to shave some of these questions off because, shout out to Kenny, thank you very much for some of the questions, but you did send a lot of duplicates. Like, he asked us, how did we all meet? But then he asked each and every one of us, how did you guys meet me? So Yeah, so it's like he asked all of us, how did you meet? But then he asked each of you, how did you meet me? So I kind of just narrowed it down to the how did we all meet?
Yeah, because those are all stories and interconnected.
Yeah. So there were a few questions cut, but yeah, you had some, Danii. Okay, so Danii, what are your favorite things?
Mothman. First and foremost. Mothman.
Knew that was coming straight
My
off the
favorite.
gate.
My favorite cryptid of all time. Misunderstood. Underrepresented. Words.
Underrepresented.
Thank you. Underrepresented Mothman. The true hero that this world did not deserve.
Yep.
Then there's art. More art.
Yep.
Followed by art. Lack of sleep.
You really need to fix that.
Yes.
Work!
Come on, Burb. We need to focus.
I think that's about it.
Okay. By the way, for anyone who's confused, these are still all Kenny's questions.
Okay.
So Kenny asked Ben 2 questions, which I guess we can kind of lump together. What are your favorite things, Ben? And what are your least favorite things?
Oh boy.
Favorite things. Guess just being able to work on music and being able to do what I'm doing, especially just on YouTube, I guess. Like, you guys don't understand how great it is to be able to be working like in music on YouTube, even though it's like you don't really get all that much recognition for it sometimes, but it's still to be able to write your own material and it be like accepted amongst the community. That's just amazing. Least favorite things. Am I allowed to say The Lost Son?
You are allowed to say The Lost Son.
I'm gonna say The Lost Son, and hopefully within the next couple days on my second channel, there's gonna be something that'll explain that in more detail. But I don't want to be here for like 10 hours explaining why.
Yeah, if we get talking about this, we all have our gripes with it, and it's just gonna last forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah. Moving on. What was that, Danii?
I shall neither confirm nor deny my feelings regarding that subject at this time.
Okay. We're gonna take a little break from Kenny questions. We're gonna ask a few here. Quirky Craft asks us all, Oompa Loompa. Quirky, you're getting away with that because it's in the comments, but god dang.
Oompa Loompa.
Is that with a question mark?
Yes,
Yes.
it's with a question mark. It was Oompa Loompa.
Quirky, why?
It's quirky. I'm not surprised at this point.
Wait.
To give everyone a little... Yes, Danii?
I think I can translate.
Oh boy.
Oompa Loompa. Oompa dee doo.
God, I hope that's it. To give everyone a little context, we are in a project again. It's gotta stay secret for right now. It's a project where we've got Quirky, we've got a few others, and Quirky, out of the blue one day, just kept going, Oompa Loompa. We have no idea what this translates out to, but it went into like 50 to 60 post-its of just Oompa Loompa, Oompa Loompa, Oompa Loompa, Oompa Loompa.
And then spread apart into like every work chat we had with her.
Pretty
Yes!
much.
So,
Also, I'm sorry if you hear a loud barking dog in the background. Tobias is not a happy camper.
that's okay. So, Quirky, thank you for not spamming the chat again, and Oompa Loompa.
Wah,
Doopa dee doo.
wah.
Let's see. This one's from Neville.
Huh?
Okay, Neville asks all, have any of you ever made that one really random YouTube video but kept it unlisted because it's your secret shame?
Oh man.
Here's the thing.
I wish I unlisted that video.
Yeah, same. It's that freaking fanfic reading I did over a year ago. about Sonic and Rainbow Dash.
For me, I had a video. Holy crap! Long story short, one of my friends had a dream about me doing the Nyan Nyan dance. I was home alone that day and had film equipment.
I want to see this.
Oh boy.
It's not unlisted, so I can see it. Show me the Nyan Nyan dance.
I will show you. I will show you this later.
I remember there was a time in my life where I was in this fandom called, oh, I don't know, what's it called again? It begins with an M.
Mongolian Knights?
Ends with a P. Something, something. Friendship, blah, 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 magic.
Oh, you're pulling my leg there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I deleted all those.
Which I'm ashamed, because she did a cover of,
They.
my bad. They
Okay.
did a cover of, one of the Ponyphonic songs that, Pitch mixed, and it sounded great. But
Nice.
I cringed every time I listened to my fetus self.
it was
How do you
good.
think I feel every time I listen to the present I made for Wolfie?
I like that present.
It is a great. I know people said it's great. I still cringe when I listen to it.
Ah, the struggles of singers listening to their voice.
How do you think I feel with the whole take a moment? I was frickin' out of range. I went way too high.
Wait. Wolf Mom.
Yes.
Now the only one who hasn't revealed their dark secret is you.
Well, the thing is, I have unlisted a video. But it's not because it was a random, like, dumb video. It was because I'm kind of dating someone else at the moment.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who remember, me and Vulcan broke up. And I had gotten a video for our 1-year anniversary. But after things didn't work out, I was dating Churgo, I felt really bad having that video up. So I unlisted it. If there was a video I could unlist though, but I'm not going to because it helps keep me on track. It's actually my Spike Theory video. I did not edit that well. I feel so bad for cross reviews because I did a horrible job on that video. It literally looks like you're looking at it through a tiny TV screen. I don't know what happened, but I done messed up.
That sounds like my first FNAF playthrough video. I died on the first night.
Ooh. Hun, even I survived longer than that.
It wasn't even just like something got into the office. It's I ran out of power the first night.
Again, I've done way better than that. Okay. If you guys don't mind, I think I'm going to take a few just to knock it off the list of ones that are addressed to me. Is that okay?
Okay.
Going back to Kenny Vargas. At Silver Starling, why did the dragons call you Guardian? How did you meet him? So this is a part of Silver Starling's backstory. Silver Starling is a guardian of the Everfree. That means animals come to her for protection, for help, like healing and such. So they nickname her Guardian. How I met Amethyst Wing, though, how the character met Amethyst Wing, it's generally just supposed to be that Starling, out wandering one day on a few of the cliffside, found some dragons, offered that if they nested near her location, she could protect them and heal them. And so that's really just it. It's nothing special. It's just Amethyst is one of the people who comes and gets help from Starling. Which, if we got the lines in, a bird would have been in the video too.
And then that fateful day, my my parental bird walked in and screeched to me in the native Owlman language. We're moving at the end of the month.
Yeah.
It was halfway through the month.
Next one. Ask Silver Starling, have I ever met a kangaroo? Yes, and they're hopping good.
Ha!
Hey, I could have said hopping mad!
Okay, good. That showed up in my sound wave.
Yeah. Yes, I've met a kangaroo. In fact, I've met a billabong, which is a beaver mixed with a duck mixed with a kangaroo.
Eat your heart out, platypus.
Yep.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Last one I'll take for myself is, when were you born? Silver Starling was born 300 years ago, so she's an old girl.
She a cougar.
What?
Thank you, hon! Thank you! That's
I was not
lovely for
expecting
me
that,
to picture
honestly.
in my head.
Wait. But she's a wolf.
Danii, it's a phrase that means an older woman going after a younger male, and Churgo is not 300.
Even old
Churgo's in his 20s.
even old people need love too.
Yes. Yes, and she needs a lot of love.
Going back to Ask All, actually, this is an interesting one that Kenny came up with. Ask All, what is your favorite MLP song? Like, see, this is a good one.
It's like choosing between children.
Okay, think of this as Sophie's choice. Just let the one that's going to die go off. Just pick the one you want to live.
Honestly, for me, it's a tie between Rara's song and We're Not Flawless. They're both amazing numbers.
True.
But yeah, that's a message I think a lot of kids, even some adults that watch the show, need to know is people aren't perfect. People will make mistakes.
Danii?
Dan, you answer. I need more time to think.
That's why I said Danii.
Guys,
Oh, right,
No,
you
I-
haven't watched much of the show.
I don't watch the show.
Skipping the verb. Like, the thing is, this might sound like a cheap shot, but I know that the MLP staff has also made Christmas albums.
Ooh.
So I guess what I would have to say is, if you mean episodes, like, Kenny, if you mean, like, the actual show, fun, heck, even what are we thinking? Even the movie counts, too. You know what? No, I know my favorite song. My favorite song is from the movie, and it's a tie between 3 songs. It is Open Up Your Eyes, One Small Thing, and We Got This Together.
Hang on, wait. That song is from the movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the movie.
Your eyes, yeah.
Okay, then. Newsflash, never mind. Open up your eyes.
Yep. Just, I think the reason I like them all, like, Time to Be Awesome is really good too. But One Small Thing is literally when I need a pick-me-up, I'll play One Small Thing. We Got This Together is a really good motivator song. And Open Up Your Eyes, I don't think anyone is going to doubt this is the best villain song we've ever gotten.
Oh, very much so. I wish the villains in MLP would sing more. I
Yeah.
really do.
The thing is, I only saw it through animatics, and I fell in love with the one that featured Meteora.
Yes.
Zark. I fell in love with it. I didn't realize it was from you MLP folks.
Yeah, it's from Tempest. It's her singing about her life.
Oh.
The broken
The bub is now
horn
enlightened.
Yeah, the broken horned, edgy unicorn has a very sad life.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, if it's anything, however, there are two songs that I really like from MLP, and that's from the Christmas album, and it's a Pony Kind of Christmas and Days Gone By.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those just beautiful songs. Okay, Ben, last one.
See, this is a problem with me being a musician. I don't like. It's hard to pick between songs I like. I like basically every single song in the show, and the movie, and the freaking Christmas album.
Why don't you just say pass then?
Wait.
Because I want to try to narrow it down.
Ben,
What?
maybe list one that you don't like?
Yeah, I was about to say, list some that you don't like.
Season 1, the Cutie Mark Crusader song. I need to go. Like it's also just been a while, so. But
Yeah,
that's the
I'll
one I don't
admit-
like.
Yeah,
But
sorry, go on.
But the one thing that I will say, like, my favorite episodes of MLP are always the musical episodes, whenever they come on. So stuff
Ooh,
like
what-
Magical Mystery Cure, whichever the one Weird Al was in,
Yeah,
Crusaders
yeah.
of the Lost Mark.
Crusaders,
I
all of those
I think
episodes.
that was the best magic one.
Yeah.
The best music one.
Yeah, and even the Christmas episode, the big musical one, all those episodes are really good, at least in my opinion. So.
I was about to say, Celestia's ballad is beautiful.
I like Celestia's Ballad, but I just like all the musical episodes because it's like, even though they're trying to jam so much like music and story into like, what's it, like 22 minutes, they most of the time succeed. So
All right.
Imagine MLP as an opera.
Yes, that would be good.
like a rock opera, because if it was an opera, I'd probably like tune out of that, honestly. So
Or would they go the Alexander Hamilton route?
well, yeah, that's more like rap opera, I guess.
Who knows?
They're also
Anywho, I'm gonna jump down all the way to someone on this panel who decided to ask questions. So, Churgo the second asks us all, how did you all meet each other?
Which is one I know a lot of people asked.
Yeah, so again, I apologize to those who asked, but for those of you who basically just tried to give it to one person. So, one by one, how did we all meet each other?
a long, long time ago, when I was a fetus.
When you were a fetus, so you mean we all met when you were in the belly of your mother?
I would have hatched from an egg.
Okay, so we all kidnapped your egg and took it with us on our crazy little adventure. I mean, we could do that, so everybody knows Churgo and Ben were egg nappers.
I was feeding the fetus in a dark humor. I love the dark humor, though. Very nice. But when I was a young, more infant fetus, like teen fetus, I found the fandom known as MLP. It was the darkest period of my life. Dark days in my kingdom. And I met a certain trumpet man who had an unhealthy love and obsession for his musical instrument.
Yo, really?
I was a little shit back then. I'm not even going to deny past Burb. Burb, you were a little shit.
And second swear of the recording.
Hey, I never said this was a G-rated recording. I never said this was a G-rated recording.
Well, I was trying to hold myself back, but if that's the fucking case...
Yep, there we go.
No,
no,
saying this right now, I'm pretty sure we're not going to go into lewd topics, so it's just swearing, people. It's just swearing.
It's just swearing.
Okay. There will be a disclaimer, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it in the description. There you go.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, but yeah, sorry. I met Ben way back, and that was actually when I was in the fandom. Didn't last long. Dropped off the face of the earth.
Because of school.
And life. And I just really started not caring about the show. It was like my Homestuck phase. I got out. And I passed it to you, Ben, because I don't know how you met these guys.
Well, I thought you were going to go about how you met Erica and Churgo.
Oh, right. So years later, when I kind of finally exited the fetus stage, I was a burb, walking around.
I love this analogy.
Oh, yeah.
Doing my owl/Mothman heritage proud. I looked back on my past self, and I wondered, what the heck has Ben got up to? So I say hi, and we start talking again. Then he tells me about some people who were doing this art thing. Well, they needed art for a thing. And I'm like, I don't know, am I gonna get paid? He said, no, it's volunteer work. I'm like, maybe not now, dude, maybe not now. He kept bringing it up. He kept bringing it up. And I turned and I'd say no for the first few times. Then I didn't have a tablet. Then my first computer crashed. Then my second computer crashed. And I had to buy a new computer. Then my tablet stopped working, so I had to get a new tablet. Then I had to get an actual art.
Burb, I'm just warning you, we might need to keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry. Long story short, Ben introduced me to these guys after finally convincing me to join the group thing. And here I am, the odd one out.
Well,
Okay.
I was about to say, originally it was art, and then Ben told me you could do a Starlight voice. And I had to confirm to him, are you sure? Because we were looking desperately for a Starlight, and he said yes, so I said, send me to the person. And
I wasn't really even trying to push her. I was just trying to get her foot back, not just really in the fandom, but just trying to get her foot back into creating online type stuff. So.
Yeah, because I was kind of dead.
Yeah, and so when he showed me her voice, I'm like, yeah, frick, that can work for Starlight. And then I met Danii, and we've been friends since.
Mm-hmm.
And she has unlocked my love of work.
Hey, I can get anyone motivated to work.
I mean, just look at me. I do title cards now.
Yes. In Ben's case, in my case, we met through Family is Everything, and I had heard of Ben in The Fall of the Crystal Empire. And I had heard his trumpet work, and I'm like, frick, this is good. But the problem is that I had been looking for a musician to come on to Family is Everything because I wanted some original music in here. And I was worried that Ben was going to say no. So I was psyching myself up, was if he says no, it's okay, just calm yourself, it'll be fine. And I confronted him, and he said yes, and god dang did I start jumping up and down that day. It's like this amazing music guy wants to work on the project, and I'm like, holy frick!
Well, actually, Erica, I think I met you years before, because you talked to me about like Brony Brilliance or something like that when I used to be a part of the Rift or something like that. So.
Oh yeah, the dead project that's never getting back up again. It's flatlined and someone has pushed it in the corner.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm sorry, but just with people continuously changing in the fandom, like, I'm not in the fandom, I don't do fandom stuff, I'm not that big in the fandom, I haven't made content in years, I just gave up on it, because it's annoying to keep track of.
Yeah.
But after that time, Ben has stayed on the project, helping a huge amount for Family is Everything, getting me in contact with people, so big shout out to Ben. And then we turn to Wolfie.
Do you mind if I kind of breeze through this one, because I actually need to get going like very soon.
Okay, so you do that, and this is actually Valis' question too. How did you and Churgo meet, and what started the relationship? You tell your side, then I'll tell mine, and actually go through everyone else too if you want.
Okay, so a few years ago, I started to pick up trying to do voice acting. I got inspired by people like Team 4-Star and a bunch of other people that I'd seen in animations, and I wanted to give it a shot. So I was running around looking for projects, and thanks to a certain hippogriff in the fandom, I saw this the casting call for one that she did a while ago, or was trying to get off the ground, called The Wanderer's Journey. So I decided, okay, you know what, I'll audition for this. And I looked, and there was, 5 Google documents filled with characters?
Yeah,
something like that?
Yeah, over about 200 roles.
Right.
Wow.
So I couldn't decide exactly who I wanted to audition for, so I did as many as I could, 31, and
Jesus.
and sent those into her. So that was my first interaction with her.
Yeah, and again, I was surprised that people were interested in the project, and I was eating dinner at the time, and I'm like, oh, someone sent in auditions. Wonder who they wanted. I was eating soup, mind you. I had soup ready. I took a nice big sip. I looked down, 31. Thank God I turned my head. There was rice and tomato soup on the window, but thank God I turned my head.
Okay. So, unfortunately, I have to breeze through this. So that's how I met her, and then when she got together the people for Family is Everything, that's when I met Ben and Danii.
Bam.
Ban.
Bam.
But as for how we got into a relationship,
Can I explain?
not long after I started helping her with stuff, I got very involved with helping her with stuff.
Now,
Helping her do...
Hold on, slow down. There's a little bit you're forgetting.
I know, but I have to go fast.
Hun, we can do this. I promise it'll be quick. So, little part on my end, I was having a lot of trouble, especially after the breakup with Vulcan, and I needed some support, and Churgo was a big support for me. He'd been a support for months now, but it got to the point where when I was having insomnia outbreaks where I would not go to bed till 7 in the morning, he would stay up a good chunk of the night, check in early on me, and make sure I was eating straight, my hallucinations were getting okay, and got me to relax when I needed to. And one day, I'm like, it was a really bad night, and he checked up on me when I woke up at 6 in the afternoon. And he's like, are you okay? Is everything all right? Is your hallucination? I'm like, he cares about me a lot. Wonder if he has a crush on me. And then literally I'm like, frick! So I went running to Corgi, screaming like a madwoman, saying, I think he's got a crush on me. And she's like, how are you sure? And I'm like, he's been caring and doing all this stuff. And she's like, oh my God, you have to ask him. I'm like, no! And she's like, yes!
I just imagine Corgi chanting, ship.
Oh, she was
Yeah.
in the actual call. So I went to him and I'm like, hey, by any chance do you have a crush on me? And he responded,
I said I didn't know.
yeah, I'm holding you till the day you die. because you broke my heart for a bit.
And that's when I had to thank my friend, because I started talking to my friend Vicky, who I do other stuff with, and I told her that happened, and she looked at me, it's like, you're a frickin' idiot, go back here and ask why she asked that.
Yeah, and he did, so he came back and he asked me, and I said, well, I'm asking because I think I've got a crush on you, and I want to know if you have a crush on me.
I think that's about the time I put out a tweet that said, today is a day.
Yes. But I can't remember what you exactly said, but it ended up with us getting together. And what?
If you want what I actually said, if I remember correctly, I think I said, I'm not sure. It has been a long time since I've been in a relationship. I don't really know, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, and he did. And I think it was like the day later or a few days later, you started to get really like cuddly and kissy and huggy.
I had been single for like 4 or 5 years. I missed being in a relationship.
We had to put grease on the old gears to get them going like, yes, someone is interested in you.
Ew.
And then there was a lot of art, and then there was some Christmas art, and then I went up to visit her.
Yep, and my parents, I should say this, my parents are very cautious about people online, and I don't know what happened, but they suddenly, when I asked them, could Churgo come and visit us, because I explained that Churgo was my boyfriend, I explained that he wanted to come up and see Canada, they let him stay in the house. To explain to everyone how odd this is, that's like someone telling you the sky is purple with yellow polka dots. It literally was like, what the frick? I'm happy they allowed it. God, am I happy they allowed it. But yeah, no, it was really weird. And our first date spent you helping me hobble around because I had sprained my ankle.
Yeah. And still, to this day, they like me, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why.
You are
Maybe
a
it's
good
your-
Wolfie.
Or maybe it's due to that Viking leg.
Maybe. So to answer 2 questions in one go, that's how me and Churgo got together. That's how we met. And I think that's all of us. Like, that's how we all met.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for rambling at that first part.
That's okay. And in Corky's case, because she's not here, me and Corky met because Churgo had heard I was looking for an artist. And he had shown me Corky, and I'm like, oh, it's the one that made you guys have mouse ears. And he's like, yeah, she's a really good artist. So we ended up talking, and we found out we had a lot in common, and I found out she was a friend of Gordo's. And we
Gordo,
just, we ended up talking a lot, and we had fun, and then we became basically sisters. So yeah, she is my fandom sis. She's a great gal. I really hate that she's not here today, but that's how me and her met. And then I introduced her to Churgo, Ben, and Danii.
Yep.
Yay.
And now, unfortunately, I need to head out.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I am a good Christian boy, I need to go to a concert.
Hold up. I need more context behind that, Churgo.
A very major Christian band is in town, and my family has tickets.
Oh, boy.
So I need to head out, like, right now.
All right.
Okay, you owe me, mister.
I know.
Wait.
And I just got handed a plate of food, apparently.
Good. So, are you staying or are you going?
No, I am going, because people don't want to hear me eat.
Okay. Bye-bye, hun.
Bye, Wolfdad.
Goodbye. I will be skulking this video later.
Okay.
We'll be here in spirit.
Yep. Okay, so this actually, I love Hun, but with 3 people now, it'll lessen the amount of time. Okay, I'm gonna take, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna take one.
All right.
Like, I might take a few just so we're not locked in here. What has been the most fun? So, Moon Knight Moon Knight / Real 2911. I apologize for butchering your name. I am so sorry. As Silver Starling, what's been the most fun and most difficult video you made? Oh, frick, the Lightning Bliss video. God, the Lightning Bliss video. Oh, frick. That has been both my most enjoyable, but God, was it so difficult. Because I was using techniques I never had used before. I was improving the background so that there were no black lines. I learned how to move things across the screen. I had done better editing. That was the first collab I had with another person, and that I could balance it out properly instead of cutting them off. Lightning Bliss helped a lot too, because she would look at the video and going no, I'd be a bit taller or I'd be a bit less. So yeah, no, I would have to say the one that was the most difficult but most enjoyable by far is the Lightning Bliss review of The Last Unicorn. I have gotten better since then, but God, was it difficult. Actually, you know what? These, I think we all are going to enjoy these ones. Amy Hunter. Hi, Amy. Amy Hunter asks, all of us, who here plays video games, and what is your favorite games? We all play video games!
Well, I know the one game that we all have been playing a lot lately, so...
Yeah, them's Fighting Herds. A few games that I enjoy is I like the games where you can build farms or you can build zoos or something like that. So a game that I really like to play, just to remind myself of nostalgia, is Viva Pinata. And by far, if I can ever find more of them, I will get them. The Spyro games. That is my childhood.
As for me, I like games I think my favorite gaming genre is probably RPGs, say Pokemon, Final Fantasy, stuff like that. I basically grew up on Pokemon. That is still probably one of my favorite franchises in all the video games, even though I've been playing more stuff like Xenoblade Chronicles, which is slowly building up to be one of my favorite games of all time, but mainly stuff like that. I also like sports games, which is a sin in the gaming community, so but yeah, I'll really play anything just so long as it's fun, because if it's boring, I probably won't like it.
Okay. Okay. So, imagine every and any possibility of a Pokemon game leading, well, minus the new 3DS, because Bird is poor. Bird can't afford nice things. So, I own all of the games prior to the very new and really cool quality looking games, ranging from the Rangers series, the Mystery Dungeons.
Oh, that's a good series.
All the little, all the kind of not really technically canon games, but the ones that are just strange. And
like pinball?
Yes. Also, Pokemon Uranium.
Oh yeah, all those games.
Then there's Left 4 Dead 2, Fighting Herds, Minecraft. Insert all of the games here.
Okay. Another question from Amy. What is your favorite TV show aside from MLP, and why do you like it so much?
We are the Crystal Gems.
Steven Universe. That is a good one.
Always
That is a good
saves
one.
a day.
And if you take with that.
Jeez.
Okay, how about we take Steven Universe off the LSD?
Sorry.
Let the cinnamon roll go sit in the corner to cool down. Deal?
Okay. So, Steven Universe, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Over the Garden Wall. Any. Oh, wait. What anime was it that I keep watching all the time? Princess Jellyfish. That's my all-time favorite because it's relatable as heck. Basically any all cartoons. And Lost Tapes.
Yes, yes.
And Ghost shows.
Yeah.
All the spooks.
Ben, what about you?
Pretty much the same. Like a lot of like animated shows. Especially from when I was a kid, stuff like Class of 3000, Foster's Home, Codename Kids Next Door. That's a big one. As of late, I haven't been watching a lot of TV shows because I'm on the internet more often than not, so I'm just watching like YouTube series and other YouTube creators more often than I am TV shows. But the one thing I've been watching a lot more recently is like a lot of like DC shows like Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, stuff like that. Black Lightning, which is a very great show, which I'm happy I saw. But it's just stuff like that. I'm a nerd. I like nerdy stuff. Whatever.
In my case, it's kind of a combination of both of you, because there are some shows I will really like to watch again and again, like Codename Kids Next Door, Foster's. I will like to watch Lost Tapes quite a bit. There are also ones like Steven Universe, Star, all of that. But other ones that I really like, funny enough, this is a little bit of a guilty pleasure. Because it's not good writing, I just like putting it on in the background, is actually Lion King, The Lion Guard.
Like
I did a cover of one of the songs from the show. I still need to watch it.
Yeah, I'm not going to admit, it's not a good show necessarily. Like, it makes you want to bash your head, because if people get upset with the MLP stories, God, they would hate The Lion Guard. But it is fun to see finally a lot more animals come on the show. Because again, like, not only do they teach kids, like, this is the animal, this is how you pronounce the name, they also do things like show how some of the animals work, interesting facts that even I didn't know about the animals. So it's a good show to put in the background.
Oh, one more, DuckTales, the reboot.
Yes,
of DuckTales.
that's another one as well.
Woo!
But one that I listened to, that, or at least watched, that I know you guys haven't, is some of the older. Basically, it's if a cartoon has stakes. If a cartoon has stakes in it where people die, or where it is very much anybody could have anything bad happen to them, like The Animals of Farthing Wood, Watership Down, the TV show, Redwall, the TV show, even Dagada Defenders, all of those had the guts to kill off characters, and ironically, all of them had the guts to kill off main characters. Like, Dagada Defenders had the guts to kill off a little girl. A little disabled girl.
Jesus.
They had the guts to kill off a little disabled girl who was one of the main characters. It was sad as frick.
Oh, God.
And Farthingwood, like Animals of Farthingwood, has the guts to not only kill off babies, it has the guts to kill off beloved characters and such. So I will have to say, if I really want to go on a nostalgia trip, I will either watch any of those 4 cartoons, or I will watch Wolf Rain, the anime.
I like Wolf Rain.
Yes. To finish up the ones from Amy, ask Silver Starling, who are the creatures drawn on the wall that's behind you? Do they mean anything to you, or are they just random? This is actually a very good point that people have asked. Every creature you see on the walls behind Silver Starling is actually somebody from her past. So for example, the there is pictures of these. If people go to the Spike video, there is this wall of different creatures on the picture of the walls. Those are actually Silver Starling's adoptive parents. If you were to look at the picture where it's this big dragon, a black cat, a giant bat, and a little rabbit, like a little jackalope, or I think it's like a little jackalope or a little wolpingter on a stump. And it's usually, you can see it like in the MLP movie review. You could see it in the Flurry Heart episode review. That is actually, that's actually, concerning the person who asked it, that is Silver Starling's closest old friends. Mora, a cat Sith. I think we said Jackie, it's either Jack or Jackie, and then Gab or Gabe. I can't remember what we identified the names for those characters were, because it's been a while. And it's just a high-ruling vampire bat, and again, a jackalope or a wolpingter. Those are people from Starling's past, and the dragon is, again, one of her adoptive parents. So people can actually learn a lot about who Silver Starling has interacted with by looking at the pictures at the back of the screen. Because again, people may think I'm putting those up just for random purposes. No, it's like any creature you see back there, she has interacted with. Sorry for going on a bit of a tangent there.
It's okay. I was just like, do tell us more. This is intriguing.
The thing is, I do want to tell more. Like, I want to tell people, and there are a few people saying, like, what is your character's backstory? I do really want to tell people that, but I also want to save it for the video when I do reveal it. I just wish I had a goddamn other editor to help.
Scoots over.
Hey, if you want to help edit, I will be more than happy, but I feel really bad.
I was gonna say, like, if you need art help.
Art help would also help too. This is a question for all. AJ Pony, AP's channel, asks, what is your favorite / least favorite fruit / vegetable? I was about to say, I'm a winged wolf. I really don't want to eat vegetables and fruits. If we're going from our character, it's like Starling hates vegetables. She only eats it to be polite.
Favorite fruit, I guess, would be apple. Vegetable would probably be carrots. So.
Danii?
Barb?
Sorry, I'm trying to think. For vegetables, spinach and Brussels sprouts. Those are they have an equal place in my heart. Not the cooked spinach. The green, good stuff. Raw. Yes.
Nice.
As for not vegetables, fruit.
Fruit.
I don't. It's like I like them all.
You can say that as your answer.
Any and all.
Okay. I'm a little bit more picky. Personally, I do like fruits, I do like vegetables, but it's kind of like when I make a meal, it's much easier just to get a can of soup or heat up some, like cook some meat or something else. But when I do have vegetables, some of my favorites are peas and Brussels sprouts. It's little balls of cabbage that has lots of water in it you can just eat. As for fruit, God, you could bribe me to do, like, if someone said, can you come move something for me? And I'm like, maybe. And they said, I'll give you either a watermelon or a huge pile of strawberries. I will do it in a heartbeat. Give me a seedless watermelon. I am happy. That is my literal joy of summer, is there are seedless watermelons. And strawberries are just good with anything. Grapes are also good too. Okay, let's see here. We're good. This is a weird question. You know what? We're gonna go with this one. Cowboy Engineer. I think it's supposed to be like Cowboy Engineer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Cowboy Engineer asks us all, which would you wear / want to eat? Sausage socks, pork shirt, or bacon pants?
Those sound delicious, yet very uncomfortable.
Yep. And also giving you tons of acne.
Yeah, so how about wear none, just eat them all? So, can that be an answer? That's my answer.
Wait, what were the products again?
Sausage socks, pork shirts, or bacon pants?
I'd say I'd wear them, then I'd just take them to my dog so they have yummy foods.
If I had to pick, because the thing is that they don't say what kind of pork, or they don't say what kind of sausage. Don't even say what kind of bacon. So, you know what? Just because sausages, there are always some weird stuff. Pork could be anything. I'm gonna go with bacon pants, but I'm just gonna take the bacon. I'm gonna eat it. Just eat it.
There you go. There you go.
And then one below is for me. Small, God, how do I say this name? I apologize if I butcher this. Small, what the frick? I'm sorry, small sweefer? I think it's small sweefer.
Just go with that.
Okay, I apologize if I messed anything up. The small sweeper asks, Silver Sterling, what is your favorite episode in the MLP series so far and why? What is the episode you hate the most and why? Ooh.
Here we go.
Okay, this might actually surprise people. This might... Wait, what the fuck? Han, you're back!
What?
What is going on?
What? Hold on.
Okay. You know what? We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again. Okay, here's a fun one. The small sweat... you know what? That might actually cause some problems, so... Yeah, you know what? Ignore that. We're gonna just pretend Starling didn't just get distracted by the handsome Wolfie that just came back into the Skype call! Hi! The small sweeper asks Silver Starling, what is your favorite episode in MLP so far and why? And what is the episode you hate the most and why? The episode I love the most, and this might surprise people, is Dragon Quest.
Ooh.
Dragon Quest is my favorite episode. Because we got to see so much of the dragon culture. When we see another creature's culture, and Surf and Turf, I will admit, is going up there too, being a very good episode. But Dragon Quest is an amazing episode. That and Over a Barrel. Those two episodes I love to bits. I hate we haven't seen Lil Strongheart come back.
So basically all the episodes with a lot of world building in it.
Yeah, so Griffin, like The Lost Treasure of Griffinstone's really good. The movie was pretty good. But the one that I really like is Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is the one that I love to bits. As for hate... Okay, feeling Pinky Keen. That has to be it. Feeling Pinky Keen. I god dang hate that episode.
Yeah, I can see that.
I know people say it's not about religion. But at the same time, I'm like, this is... it's just saying, like, take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith that you're going to be fine. And my dog is just barking. See, even she's angry at I'm feeling picky keen. Yes, there's a dog outside. Yes, it's amazing. We aren't the only ones on this entire street. So cool.
Your boyfriend.
Hang on. Let's just let her bark it out. She is a Great Pyrenees. She is a Great Pyrenees dog, so she is very protective of me, so she will bark at anything. Back on this, I hate feeling peaky keen because it says take a leap of faith. And no, I would have liked if there was a bit more of a moral of you can have both. Like, you can make logical decisions and have a leap of faith, but it literally made it seem like you can only have a leap of faith.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Instead of, granted, I find it more of being like, trust your instincts than leap of faith type of thing, but that's just me. I mean, it can come across differently to other people, so.
Yeah, so to be honest, as much as I understand they were trying in that season, I really goddamn hated that episode. I can't even watch it. Whenever I have to stream the series again just to have fun, I will skip that personally.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is my least favorite episode. And when I really want some cheering up, I will put Dragon Quest on just to have some fun. And yes, I see your text. I like Dragon Quest. Yes, hon, I like Dragon Quest. I also see that Danii says she needs to step out for a bit. So, Ben, are you okay if I go through a few more of the ones that are directed at me?
Sure. Go right ahead.
So Smart Mouth asks me, is anyone beside... Oh, wait, sorry, no, I'm reading the one below it. Smart Mouth asks, at Silver Starling, will you re-upload the videos that got taken down, edited with only pictures instead of clips? Yes, but it's going to be after the season when those episodes would have calmed down by then. I don't think they're going to get a lot of views, but heck, I'm proud of the fact that they got over 1,000 when they did come out. So I am proud of those videos. It sucks that they got taken down, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Whoa.
That was a Danii.
That was a burp.
Danii does not sound happy.
Yeah.
Bennick the Hedgehog asks, as Silver Starling, is there anyone besides Lightning Bliss that you would love to do a collab with on any reviews? Yes. And there are actually 3 people in this call right now.
Hey.
Yeah, I like to do collabs with people I am friends with. I don't aim for somebody who's big in the fandom. I don't aim for people who will get me money or things. I literally, it's like, do I like the person? Yes. Let's have a collab. Which is why it's a little hard for me sometimes, because I'm a little iffy to go with someone unless they come to me with a really good idea. If they have a really good idea, I'll be like, heck yeah, let's go for it. But if I have to say people I really want, there are only 2... Actually, you know what? This may sound weird, but there are 4 to 5 people I'd want to collab with on topics outside of people I'm friends with. And that would be Silverquill and Dr. Wolf, because those are the 2 bronies who inspired me to go with a winged wolf. And then, ironically, it's 3 non-reviewers, and that is with The Lost Narrator, Obab Scribbler, and Magpie Pony. And I would want to do a review with them about different audio works. Like, maybe looking at... Yeah, like VAs. Like, VAs are really... VAs, musicians, and just bring them in to talk about this stuff for reviewing. Like, maybe... bringing them in to talk about creepypastas for Lost Cake, or yes, Lost Cake. That's her name. Like,
that sounds like a cooking channel that she and Goody would make up.
God, it would be. No, in Lost's case, I would say maybe creepypastas. In Obab's, maybe like really good stories to tell. With Magpie Pony, maybe fairy tales. It would just be because they know a lot about that stuff. But again, it's it's kind of like I would like to talk to those people and I would like to have a review with them. I just don't know if they'd be interested. If they are, great. I just don't know if they'd be interested. Danii, are you back?
Mm,
The burb is still missing.
the burb is still MIA.
Okay, we're gonna keep going. Story Club Young asks, at Silver Starling, what is your character's backstory? I can't give that much away because, again, I want to reveal this. So, Silver Starling's backstory is basically that she was exiled at an age I'm not going to say because it's spoilery. She was adopted in by a lot of elderly creatures, and after events, she went off on her own, and she started to study mythical creatures. She traveled the world, she studied mythical creatures, she wrote it down in books, she got samples in vials, she did all of this stuff, and Danii is finally back, huzzah!
Yay.
She did all of these stuff. So the best I can say is that she is a wanderer who studies mythical creatures, who likes to help mythical creatures and others. And when I have the chance to finally make Silver Starling's backstory, which I might need some help, so if people are willing to help, great. I will put the video out. I'm going to warn people it's going to be a long video. Like, it's going to be a long video set, but I will put it out. And now that Danii's back, we can finally ask some all questions.
Sorry, I had pressing burb emergencies.
That's okay. You know what? Let's do Steven's questions. Steven Zachary asks all, what inspired you to do what you currently do?
Oh boy. Short and sweet. Nice one, Churgo.
To anyone who's confused, Churgo came back and he has been answering stuff in text. So I will read it out. Churgo says Team 4-star? Yeah, Team 4-star. Ben, Danii?
Burb, you go first.
No, you go first. I need to think this through.
Well, just me, like, as in music or something like that, or...
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I've been, like, I started playing music when I was, like, in 4th grade, like most people do. It's just, unlike a lot of people where they just kind of fall out of it, and, like, around middle school, I just kind of hung around. Like, back in, especially, like, early middle school and even in high school, it was the only thing I was really good at, was playing music, playing trumpet. And, it just kind of grew from there. Then I started studying music theory. I then started learning how to write music properly, I guess, even though I'm kind of self-taught. Now, I am a degree-carrying musician that is doing commissions on the side as well as being a part of a marching band. So, that's something for you.
I guess I have two things. My novel writing, and like novel writing / storytelling, and my videos. My videos got inspired by the fact that I had things I wanted to say. And there is a motorcycle that just went by.
I just heard a vroom.
I had things I wanted to say, and I wasn't big on Twitter. Like, I didn't like Twitter. I wasn't big on Tumblr. I wasn't big in DA. And I really wanted to make videos. And I would see reviewers, and I'm like, oh, I really want to do that. So I gathered up what I needed to. I worked goddamn hard. I literally spent 3 months making a set of about, I think it was about 80 vectors. Because again, I don't know people who know this, but I hand draw my vectors straight from a light table, scan them into a computer, and then fix them up a bit. And I spent it with my dad, and we studied animated dogs and wolves, and we did our best to make them basically a combination of realistic and just creative. Though with that comment I got today, I god dang don't know if I want to keep making videos with what he said.
Never
Well,
stop.
Wolf Mom?
Well, yeah, just the fact what he said, my art looked like MS Paint drawn by a kid. That kind of likes to
Okay,
throw you
hey,
under the
hang
bus.
Hang on. Wait. whoever left that comment, if you're watching now, boy, you have. I feel.
It's okay, Burb. It's okay.
Go look at the last one.
Again, I'm more a writer than an artist, and I will admit it does take a while to make the art poses, so I am afraid that I don't know how to do better art. That is literally the best I can do, and I do apologize if people think it does look like MS Paint. I hoped it was a little better quality, but oh well, I do apologize. But that was what happened with videos, is that I got inspired by a lot of the reviewers in the community. As for writing, what inspired me to continue writing were things like the Chronicles of Narnia series, but specifically it was Richard Adams. Richard Adams has flawless storytelling. He inspires people, I think, to write because he tells stories that aren't trying to go to the mainstream media. They're not telling stories that'll get him big money, though it did get him big money. He's telling a story because he wants to tell a story. He tells creative tales that you'd never think of, like The Life of a Rabbit, a beautiful tale of the life of a rabbit, or an incredibly gripping tale about two dogs trying to survive a fight against life and death, or a story about a bear who's trying to survive from being hunted. All of these are amazing tales. I just really hate that people want to say that he's a bad writer because they're sad.
I like him.
Yeah, and one day, Danii, you and I are gonna read the books again so you can see this incredible writing.
Can I just say, I have the respect for the man who basically called people out. He literally a name of one of the looming antagonists for the Plague Dogs book.
Yeah.
Was arse.
Yeah.
Basically it's like saying it's a classy way of saying arse.
Yeah, it's basically and that's what he did. He was a animal rights activist, and what inspired that for Plague Dogs is that he saw the people who were supposedly in charge of helping animal rights were selfish and they cared about themselves, not really the animal. So he made a book about how the supposed people who are supposed to do good, the scientists, are actually horrible people. And the people who are supposed to help those animals are actually pretty bad. And that is what I love about Richard Adams. He basically said, I'm not going to write what you want me to write. I'm not going to write frilly little romance novels. I'm not going to write silly little laughable comedies. I'm going to write something that'll make you remember. And God has it. Rest in peace, Richard Adams. You have inspired me to god dang do this. And Churgo has said, just said, the best content creators are the ones who do what they want and do them as well as they can. True words. Again, highly suggest anybody look at Richard Adams' work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess it's my turn to answer?
Yes.
Okay. For me, what I never really thought I'd be going into illustration and stuff like this. Because I was always the kid who was like, I want to be a forensic scientist. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to do that. Because I wanted to help people. Like, solve crimes, all that. However, I found, personally, through hardships that I've experienced, art became very therapeutic for me. And it was something I found that I loved doing. I still love doing it. So I don't think I'm really going to do like YouTube per se, but I will partake in collabs and videos and such because it's fun. But for me, I want to be an art therapist because art helped me. So I want to be able to help people through the way I found to cope. Because you can get what you're feeling on paper, canvas, whatever art medium you want to use, and you don't have to say it because the colors and the emotions in it say it for you.
Very good. Also, this is just a note because I just realized we might want to pick these up a bit, is that we have 70 questions still to go.
Oh boy.
So tell you what, if you guys don't mind, I think I can get through a lot of the ones that I've got pretty fast.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so for Kenny Vargas, you asked a lot of questions. I'm going to try and zoom through them. No disrespect to you, just because I realized we really need to pick this up. How do you know a lot about dragons? As I said with Silver Starling's backstory, she does... Oh god. Hun, I love you, but this is getting a little hard. As a little more insight, this is Churgo. TFS got me into the communications fields, driving me to learn how to voice act and edit and make content like this. Silver Quill inspired me to get into the fandom and the comics Awkward Zombie and two kinds like Katie Tidrich and Tom Fitzblant, respectively, for art. Very good. Kenny Vargas. As Silver Starling, how do you know a lot about dragons? Like I was saying, Silver Starling's backstory, she knows a lot about animals because she has wandered for centuries. She has studied animals. She's lived with animals. So she knows a lot about them because she basically goes and spends time with them. What makes me really mad or annoyed as heck? When somebody insults or hurts one of my friends, that can... you kind of want to get out of the room at that point or your head's going to be shoved at the wall. What was your first YouTube video that you made? I think it was a Dagata Defenders AMV. I think it was a Dagata Defenders AMV. I want to say it was Dagata Defenders My Hero Is You. I want to say that because My Hero Is You was from the actress who was Claire in Heroes. I really liked the song. I really liked Dagata Defenders. And that was basically it. Why is Applejack your favorite pony? Applejack your favorite pony? Applejack isn't actually my favorite pony. I just like her. My favorite character, I guess, on the show... Okay, if I have to pick pony... If I have to pick the pony, my favorite pony is Luna. Luna or Twilight are my favorite ponies. I just like AJ. Are you taking good care of your pets or creatures that you live with? Yes, or else they would not stay in my sanctuary. They probably come and eat me. They probably come and kill me or eat me if I wasn't taking good care of them. What is your favorite kind of art? My favorite art is traditional art. So when I can see traditional pieces, I really love those. Specific artists, I'd have to say Cezanne. When did you first start finding pets and creatures? Silver Starling technically started taking care of creatures when she found Bandit. That was her first pet. That is her pet. But she started to take care of other creatures throughout her backstory. Again, I don't want to reveal what happened, but it was when she was younger, probably under 200, that she started to take care of other creatures. Maybe not in Equestria, but outside of Equestria. How many mythical creatures have you met? Thousands! Well, we're gonna put that Starling has met thousands because I don't want to count that many. I apologize, guys. I'm just trying to get through a lot of these.
Okay.
It's cool.
Do every pony get the mythic they want? I think you mean, Kenny, the series? So yes, when you would come onto the Mythic series, you would get whatever Mythic you want. I will try and draw the animal as best I can, and we will do the best to make sure that they look nice. But yes, whatever Mythic you want, you get. When did I start? Okay, this I think is up to when did I start finding creatures? When did Silver Starlings start taking them? That's a little bit too connected to the backstory, so I'm gonna have to skip it. Do I like animals? I don't know, guys! Do I like animals?
No, not at all.
Yeah, no, I just keep that sanctuary to keep them there. No, I hate animals. God, no, I love animals. Real life or as Silver Starling, I love animals. I will warn you, if you have a dog or any kind of animal with you, you are instantly going to be ignored so I can take a look at that animal. Not gonna lie, it's happened a few times where a friend of mine will have a dog, and the second that I'm there, I'm like, give him a quick hug, instantly go to that animal. Anything that you like to do with your friends and family? I live away from my parents and my family, so we don't spend a lot of time together, but me and my mom do like to binge watch shows, and me and my dad do like to play Pokemon Go. As for my friends, generally work for me at some point.
Work.
But them's fighting herds is a big one. And as well, watching shows is also another big one.
And also, we cannot forget you torturing us.
In my defense, you gotta watch that series. you are in Family is Everything. You have to be accustomed to all the audio dramas.
Yeah, not just the Lost Son. There's a lot more.
Yeah.
At least some of them are
what
decent.
is the most important thing to you on YouTube? The most important thing to me is telling a good story and not blowing a chance. When I see a lot of people do their backstories, they try and do it in as few episodes as possible and rush through it. And I'm like, what the frick are you doing? Because you only get one shot to do special things. You get one shot to do anniversaries. You get one shot to do your backstory. Why would you want to make it simple? Like, I could have basically said to everyone, hey, I don't want anyone else on this. I want to do a Q&A. But no, I'm like, I want as many people as I can on this. Because I want to make it something special. So, the most important thing to me is telling a good story, doing the best I can, and making whatever video I'm making count. Even if it takes months. We are in the last 9 for Kenny's questions directed to me. Let's see. How many creatures do you have? Again, I don't want to count that many, so we're just going to say a lot.
Look at all them chickens.
Look at all them chickens, except look at all them creatures.
Look at all the variety.
What do I think about reviews? I think reviews can have a really good place if they're done well, and that's just the person doing the best they can, so long as they can keep their... It's kind of like they can have their views, they can do it elsewhere, just don't go belittling others' views. Unless it's really hurtful views, like, calling out someone because of the color of their skin, or because of something they like, as long as it's safe for work and it's not hurtful.
Culture.
Like, yeah, like it's culture.
Culture.
Like calling someone out in their videos because they have an accent or their culture. No, that's not fair on anybody. They're doing the best they can, so just have fun with it. So, I like most reviews. I definitely will watch a lot of reviews. And even if the person has trouble, I'll still think it's great. So long as they're trying hard. Did you have any parents or family to raise you? I'm guessing you mean Silver Starling, because yes, personally, I had a family to raise me. I wasn't raised by wolves in the wild.
That would be very cool, though. you have
I
to.
mean,
It would be very cool.
There are some people who are raised by wild animals.
Oh yeah, there are. I'm not one of them. No matter how much I love wolves, I wasn't raised by any.
They weren't Mowgli.
Again, this is a little bit into. I can see that, Churgo. I'm not going to repeat that comment. If you mean Silver Starling's backstory, again, I don't want to go into too much because I want to save this for the backstory. But yes, Silver Starling had a mother, she had a father, she had others too. Something happened, and then she got a new adoptive family of a whole bunch of elderly people. Wait, what the frick?
What?
Ask Silver Starling, how did you get your wings and other items?
I think she was born with
Let
wings.
me ask any Pegasus, how did you get your wings?
Well, I'm a bird. We just kind of...
You're just born that way.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this was confusing. Silver Starling is born a winged wolf. She is a winged wolf. She has she has wings because she was a winged wolf. How she got her other items? Again, I'm sorry to say, I can't say. I can't say how she got her star, how she got her scar, how she got her medallion. I can't say. That is too big on her backstory.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite creature you have taken care of? Ooh, I'm just gonna make this out of my rear because I haven't thought this through. A fun creature that's gonna come on and will come on is that Silver Starling loves to take care of dragons. She loves dragons in general, for reasons you all will find out, but she loves dragons. What food do your pets eat? A lot of the animals in the sanctuary are carnivores, so she will catch them a lot of food. She also likes to steal a lot of food from ponies that she scares. Hey, it's not her fault if they go into the Everfree. It's free pickings. And with Fluttershy's new sanctuary, it's literally, there's a rabbit for me, and there's a rabbit for them, and there's a bear, and there's a giraffe. It's my grocery shopping for the week. Seriously, I don't know why Fluttershy doesn't have a freaking gate. Like, a locked gate and a cage area. I don't know why she does that. But it's so easy now for Starling to go get food. Why don't you like Pinky and Maud episodes? Because I really don't like the characters. That's short and simple. I don't like the characters. I don't like Pinky. And I really find Maud dull and boring. So when they're in an episode together, it's literally like the worst two characters that could possibly come on screen are on screen. Somebody give me some chloroform to knock myself out here. Why do you keep all the animals or creatures on the sanctuary? Again, that's a little too much into Silver Starling's backstory, and why do I care for them all? Again, it's too much into Silver Starling's backstory. Let's just say that she kind of wants to give back. God, that was lightning round for me! Frick! God dang.
Breathe, Erica.
Let's go with all so we can kind of saturate this too much Starling. Let's actually finish up the rest of Kenny Vargas's questions. When did you start watching MLP? This is asked to all. When do you start watching MLP?
When I was a wee little middle schooler.
Yeah, because Danii liked MLP way before Gen 4, so...
Believe it or not, as shocking as it might be, guys, I grew up with Gen 3. I actually enjoyed Gen 3. I still have a fondness for Generation 3.
Mm-hmm.
Ben?
I'm trying to remember because it's been so long now at this point. I remember watching like the show back in like 2012. I I knew about the fandom and all of that stuff, and everyone was creating a lot of really cool stuff at the time, and still continues to make stuff right now. But I think it was like sometime in like early 2013. I was in college. There's a lot of, I'm not gonna go into big details, but a lot of like depressing stuff happened to me. But I watched the show, and I think around the time Magical Mystery Cure came out, and that just kind of helped my mood, and it helped me get into the fandom, helped me create more stuff. And so yeah, like early 2013, like I'd like to say around April-ish, March or April for me, I guess.
Churgo says the long gap after season 4. Danii, I can actually beat you out a bit in time gap. Starling like this, if we're going to use this, Starling like this when she was a wee puppy. And I actually grew up with Generation 1.
I kind of wish I could have experienced that, because honestly, the adventures looked a lot more interesting.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. God, no.
Compared to
God. Like, here's the thing. I should have said this with the TV watching one, but one of my favorite specials to watch as a kid was Rescue from Midnight Castle. And the reason I liked it, I think I narrowed it down as a kid, is the reason I liked it is because the horses, I'm going to call them horses because they look more like horses. The horses looked a lot real. They looked amazing. They were beautifully done. And it was actually, there were stakes. There were actual stakes in that series. Then the art style changed once the new movie came out. And it was a smooth one. I liked it for a bit because I was a little kid and it played to me being a little kid. Like a little kid didn't understand why adults do what they do. Now I'm looking back at it like, that kid's a brat. Why did I even like that kid? That kid's a goddamn brat. But the rest of the episodes in the Generation 1 were actually pretty bad. Not as bad as others, but they were pretty bad. Then I kind of, as soon as I heard about Gen 2, Gen 3, I stopped watching. And it wasn't until... What?
I was gonna say, sorry, because you said Gen 3. The one thing that I wish they could have brought over, because it was a really good character design. I don't know why they didn't.
I mean, they might. They're still...
Star Watcher or Star Catcher?
I mean, they might. There's still time.
Yeah. I will say this, Danii, that the designs might be really good, but you have to admit the stories were not the best. Some of the stories were not so good.
I still have a fondness for them.
And that's perfectly fine, but I admit I tried to give Generation 3 a chance. I really did. Like, I tried to watch the Minty special. I tried to watch the hide and seek episode special. I tried to watch the 3.5 with the babies.
Oh god.
Okay, honestly, I did not even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have the... I was at the age where I honestly got one of the toys. 3.5, because I actually thought it was cute.
Yeah, Twice Upon a Rainbow. Frick, Twice Upon a Rainbow. God, no. So, I didn't watch a lot of the Generation stuff. And when I heard there was Generation 4, I'm like, frick, nope. I'm not even going to give it a try. God, no. See you later. Hasta la vista. Bye-bye. But this friend of my brother's came around, and he showed us the season 2 opener. And this was back in the beginning of season 2. And I didn't really watch it too much until I saw a fan piece called Ciansar, or like Ciansar or something like that. And he made this little comic about Applejack taking care of Apple Bloom because she was sick. And it's like, I really like those sibling moments. And I really, really got excited So I started to look through it, and I enjoyed it, and here we are. And I apologize for going on a tangent.
Hold on, quick question. Churgo, really? Hearts and Who's Day? Really?
Okay, Churgo says his first episode was Hearts and Who's Day. God dang.
It was just on, and
Okay.
it's just like, there we go.
Okay. Next question, and this is... Okay, we've kind of we've kind of answered this one. It was basically, when did you start making content?
We didn't really answer that.
Okay, Kenny Vargas asks, when did you all start making content?
I guess I started, well, I used to have another YouTube channel before this, but that was basically just like me commenting on other videos at the time. Then I made my current channel, which was back in 2012, and then I just started making covers and stuff like that. So yeah, holy shoot, that's 6 years.
Oh,
I'm old. No, you don't understand. 2012 is when I graduated college.
Okay,
No, high school, my bad.
Okay, I was about to say, we're the same age, buddy! Churgo says that he started around 2013, 2014. I'm kind of the youngin' of the group. I started making content 3 years ago. I started making real actual content about 3 years ago.
Describe content.
For your case,
Doesn't
Danny,
need
it would
to
be like
MLP
drawing.
content, just anything.
When I started producing art?
Yeah,
and showing it up online.
yeah, and just showing it online and stuff like that.
Oh boy. That would have been on my... Oh, wow, I am.
Oh, it's fine.
I was in 6th grade when I made my very first DeviantArt account. I didn't know what original characters were at that time, but I ended up making one. It was the most edgy self-insert in the world. She evolved into a beautifully complex character, and I love her with all my heart. But yeah, in 6th grade. Eons ago.
Ask all, do you have any problems with your channel or videos getting taken down because of copyright? Just because I don't want to be raging here for hours, I'm gonna say yes! And Hasbro, it would be great if you knocked it off!
I guess, in a way, I had been affected by this. But no one really cares about the little no-one artist.
Churgo says, I had a point with a stream losing audio because I had music on it, but nothing taken down. And I care about the artist! You are very good, Burp.
Thanks.
Ben.
See, it's weird because I do get like copyright claims, but it's not like, oh yeah, it's gonna be taken down, you're gonna get a strike and all that stuff. It's more like shared revenue type stuff for like my covers and stuff like that. That were, especially covers that were like from like 3-4 years ago, which is confusing to me. But my original stuff, I never have a problem with, even though it's MLP related. It's all original content, so yeah, I don't really. I think I have. Out of everyone here, I think I have like the least problem with dealing with copyright, but I still have it from time to time. Plus, I don't get monetization anymore because of the new YouTube guidelines and stuff like that. So yeah, fun.
Yeah, like in my case, I haven't gotten a strike on my channel. They've just said we're taking the videos down worldwide.
I've had that happen to me a couple times, mainly with some of the Count of Monte Cristo covers. But, yeah, it's nothing too bad, but it's something you have to be really careful about, especially on YouTube right now.
Yeah, one thing I will suggest, if anyone is having issues with it and want to test, the thing that I found is a good test, just so you don't confuse people, is put the video as unlisted. put it up, give the link to a few people in different areas so they could see, and then check back in a little bit to see if the video gets checked for anything. And then the last one from Kenny Vargas. What is your favorite / least favorite food and drinks?
Reese's. The mini Reese's.
Did you say Freezies?
Mini Reese's.
Oh, mini Reese's. I'm about to say, I'm either thinking you're saying Greaseys or Freezies.
I saw something else, but I'm not going to repeat that on here, so...
What the frick were you thinking?
He was thinking I said feces.
Okay.
I said Reese's and raspberry tea mixed with lemonade. You know, the little packs that you can mix into water.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff right there.
Also to note again, Churgo did leave, so okay. My favorite foods, there's a mixture of foods that I really like. One that I really, really like is like scallop potatoes, cheesy scallop potatoes. Those are really good. And smoothies. I really like to drink strawberry smoothies. Foods I hate? God, if you gave me any organ meat.
Oh, yeah.
I might throw up.
Yeah.
Or organ, specifically kidney pie. I've smelt it.
Wait,
I'm gonna
that's
throw
a
up
thing?
if I get... That is a thing. Kidney pie is a thing.
Ugh.
And the thing is that for anyone who likes to eat kidney pie, I apologize. It smells like urine. It smells like urine. So whenever I'm about to eat, it's like, I think I'm going to eat urine, and I almost throw up.
That's how I feel with
Thankfully,
liver.
I've never had to eat it in my life. But I'm sorry, just the fact it is an organ that is meant to secrete urine, I can't get around it. I can't.
Trying to think. I'm not too picky when it comes to food. I guess my favorite food is like pizza. I really need to figure out how to actually cook pizza on my own sometime. Favorite drink is
It's
like
good.
Sprite because my favorite soda. It's the soda I'll always drink because I've basically given up on all soda except for Sprite because I'm trying to lose weight and stuff like that, trying to be more healthy. As for things I hate, liver would probably be on that list, so add that to like the organ meat.
Wait, we were supposed to also list things we hate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to say what you hate?
It's gonna take her a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Let me.
I was gonna
And then them.
I honestly hate alcohol. Never gonna go near it.
Yeah.
And so this might be shocking. I can't stand gum.
I can see that.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm also going to add to that list any kind of sweet. So, chocolate, ice cream, cakes, donuts, like cupcakes, cotton candy, any of that stuff. I goddamn hate it. I hate it. I don't know why, I just really hate it. It smells good, but I know the second it touches my mouth, I'm going to throw up. And then Churgo says, I like cheeseburgers and Coke, and I hate onions and coffee.
You don't like the caffeine?
Oh, yes. Okay. That is all of Kenny's questions. Holy shoot.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. We are now down to the last 43 questions.
43!
We still have 43 people!
This is the Q&A that never ends.
Well, let's try and go lightning round, deal?
Alright.
I will try not to ramble. I tend to ramble.
I will try to. Favorite animated heroes and villains. So Rosie Sievert asks us all, favorite animated heroes and villains. I'll say mine. My favorite is Fiverr from the Watership Down series. Again, really brave character. He has disabilities. I connect with that. And favorite villain? There are a tie between the Horned King, because God, he was scary. Wound Ward, because that insane rabbit went up against a dog and is terrifying. And probably because he had a very interesting development, Scar from The Lion King.
Mm-hmm. Danny, you go. I need another minute.
I'm gonna say my favorite villain has to be... Automatically, I think Meteora from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Reason being, she's not she's complex. She actually has a lot of reasoning to feel the way she does, to do what she does. I like villains that aren't entirely bad. For heroes,
Come on, you like Star.
I like... Yeah.
Let's be honest, you like Star.
Yeah!
What about you, Ben?
I'm gonna start with villain first because I think the one villain that I like a lot that a lot of people don't really recognize is Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog.
Ooh.
Again, I'm kind of biased because that's one of my more favorite movies from them. So, as for a hero, if we're going just off animated cartoons, I'm probably gonna have to say Scrooge McDuck. Surprisingly enough. I don't know why. He's entertaining, but he's also has a good heart type thing, especially in the reboot.
Oh yeah, the reboot, he's great.
Yeah, so David Tennant, fantastic job as him. So
yeah, I think as well. Just a point I'm going to add on is usually if a character has if it's in an animated series and the character is either overweight or they have a disability, I will usually like them. There are a few exceptions to that rule, but it's mostly characters with disabilities. Just because I have a disability, I find myself connected to, and I usually like them. Rosie also asks us, what is our favorite anime?
Princess Jellyfish!
Princess Jellyfish? The burb will fight you. The burb will fight you.
Yes! The main character is sweet and just... She's so good.
Oh, God. Two animes that I really like. Well, technically three. Three animes I really like, and I could go on for hours because there's a lot of animes I like. I really like Wolf's Rain. For reasons I think you all can figure out.
kind of obvious. So.
I really like. God, I had it in my head and I forgot. What was? Oh right, Ouran High School Host Club. That was my first. That was my first anime. It will hold dear treasures in my heart.
Wow,
I relate to
you and Sweetie would get along very well then.
I like
my.
Okay,
What?
sorry, I just want to say I think Haruhi was I related to in a lot more ways than I realized.
And the last one that I really, really like, which is the one that I will fight anybody that it's good. And I know there is a second version of it, and everyone's like, but that's a better one. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna fight you that this is still a good series. Full Metal Alchemist, non-Brotherhood version.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I know people are like, Brotherhood's better, Brotherhood's blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, it's the first Full Metal Alchemist I saw, and I just love the characters, and I love their story.
All right.
I am willing to give Brotherhood a chance, but you cannot fight me. Like, you will lose. That is a good version.
Yeah, FMA is up there for me, definitely, but I think the other two animes that I really enjoy is one called Your Lie in April. Like, just Ashley H will agree with me, all the feels when it comes to that anime. But then the other one, which is a very, very underrated series to me, is Spice and Wolf.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And I'm just surprised because I kind of went in it completely blind, and yet I ended up loving it to pieces. I wanted it to continue on. I still want Spice and Wolf season 3, but I know it's never gonna happen.
Or it be changed too much that it wouldn't be Spice and Wolf.
But there's like a clear story, and I know there's like the rest of the light novels that I apparently have to read, and then the manga apparently. I'm just like, just give me season 3, please.
I know. We'll get to it. We might get to it one day. Okay, so this next one comes from Crystal Shine and Crystal Lily. It was the exact same comment. They only asked one question, so I combined them. So 2 people, Crystal Shine and Crystal Lily, asked, what is your favorite creature? This is to everybody. I think we know Dani's. Danny, I know what exactly it is. The Loch Ness Monster!
What?
It is the Loch Ness Monster! You know, that's what it is! Those big things at the side, those are flippers! And that little head is just the head shift.
I can just imagine Danny just looking at you right now being like, boy, what?
Oh no, I know it's like Meteora looking at Ragnar, just looking like she's gonna kill the man. I know that, but I'm still having fun with this. So Danny, tell us the joy you have for the Loch Ness Monster. Better yet, how you really don't like Mothman.
First off, fuck you.
Oh my god, I did it! I never thought you'd swear at me.
Don't insult the Mothman!
I'm not insulting. It's called having fun.
I know, I'm just like, we're just waiting. I'm sorry, Wolf Bob, I didn't mean to do that. Hugs you, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So what mythic do you really like?
Mothman, also known as Owlman.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will hold off the rambling that's in my soul since I want this to end.
Basically, we'd be here for hours if she rambled.
Yeah.
Ben, what about you?
Mystical creatures?
Yeah, so cryptids, stuff you'd see from movies.
I'm gonna go generic here and say dragons. Dragons are just cool, so...
Yeah, yep.
You can't go wrong with dragons. It's a scientific fact.
I'm going to be very honest, and this actually may seem generic as heck. I actually like the Loch Ness Monster.
I mean, Old Nessie's a good one. That was one of the original ones that I got to learn about, like, the whole cryptid world with.
Yeah, that was the very first cryptid I ever got attached to. So, yeah, cryptid, I would say, is the one that is the most influential in my life. The one that I went to Scotland to go see. with my family. So yeah, I would say my favorite cryptid that always holds dear to my heart is a Loch Ness monster. Moon Knight Real 2911 asks, what is the best and worst character in MLP in your opinion?
Glances over at Mayor.
I think that's more influence with what we're doing in Family is Everything.
Yeah, that's kind of spoiler territory with what we're doing with FIE, so...
Winks.
But in the show, Danii,
I don't watch the show. How do I know?
true. Skipping the burp. Ben.
It's hard to choose which one I like. I'm probably one of the few people that actually like Starlight, because I know a lot of, well, outside of like Cess and the people who I don't fangasm over Starlight. I just generally like Starlight. My favorite like pony in the entire show is still Twilight, though. Like, I guess because I just relate to her the most. As for least,
And
huh?
yeah, I was about to say, and worst.
Worst. Before it was Diamond Tiara until Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
Yeah.
But there's like really no other like character I can think of, because even I used to hate Trixie, but then Starlight. If there's anything that Starlight has done, is made me like Trixie even more. So.
This is going to surprise people again, but I still hate Trixie. Trixie can go jump in a ditch for all I care.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that pony.
Yeah, I mean, Trixie on her own, I hate, but match her with Starlight in the recent episodes, I'm like, okay, you're better. You still suck somewhat, but I can at least respect you. So.
Yeah, I still hate her, even with Starlight. I still hate that pony. The pony I, though, hate the most, that when I see them I'm like, why are you here, is Pinky. I'm sorry for Pinky fans, I hate her. And I think it's because Pinky works off comedy that I don't like. So, you know, I can understand AJ, I can understand RD, even though I used to hate RD, I like her a bit more. Rarity I can understand, AJ, all of them I know, Twilight, blah blah blah, they're all great. But Pinky, I'm just like, could I put some tape on your mouth, shove you in a broom closet, and then keep you there till the next series? Please. Just stay in the closet.
Yeah, I have to admit, I don't like her. From what I've seen. Pinkie Pie, she seems to like poking fun at people.
She doesn't exactly try and poke fun at people. She just has a very bad sense of humor. At least to me, she's got a bad sense of humor.
Yeah.
Which, again, I know she's a good character. We've seen that she's very nice. She tries to make people happy. But it's kind of like her sense of humor just doesn't click with me. So it's kind of like the character who is created to be funny is not funny. She's not serving her purpose. Great. I don't exactly like that. But my best character, the one that every time I see an episode of them, I'm like, this'll be a good day. This has been a good day, is Spike.
Yes!
Spike is my favorite character in the entire show. I will fight anybody on Spike. If anybody says something bad on Spike, I will fight them.
Because
this little dragon deserves... Yeah, this little dragon deserves some goddamn attention. I will fight you on Spike. I love Spike. In fact, if it wasn't for Spike, I would not be in this fandom. So, Yeah, no, Spike is a big character to me. So if anybody calls Spike a little annoying character that shouldn't be on the show, I will fight you. Fight me and we'll see who wins. We actually got another big load from Berry Pink. Berry Pink sent about 7 questions over.
All right.
Berry Pink, and these are all to all of us, so just the next set of questions, it's all for all of us. Which MLP character, if you had to, would you live with or have as a neighbor? I think personally just because I think it would be fun, I'd like to be either neighbors with, it's kind of like, I like to be neighbors with any of the mythical creatures. So, like Terramar and his family from the newest episode, or Ember, or Thorax, or Grandpa Gruff, just any of the mythical creatures.
I'll just say Twilight. She would be chill to hang out with, I guess.
Okay, Danii?
I'm just like, tries to think of just like the few little snippets and clips.
Okay, Starlight.
Starlight. And there was another character who seemed intriguing. Like, I think her name is Sunset
Shimmer. Nice.
You'd be going to the Equestria Girls world, though.
Yeah, so you'd be going as a human.
Oh, hey! This works out!
Actually, adding on to my comment, one character I'd actually like to live with to just learn more about them is the deer from the MLP comics. I'd like to learn more about King Aspen and his family.
Ooh.
Next question. Have you ever thought about MLP Universe doing a crossover with anyone? Not really.
Not really. If there was like another show that was going on at the same time that was as big or as popular as MLP was or is technically, I don't know. It would barely work, but I wouldn't want to see it. It's better, and it's not like say something like Codename Kids Next Door and the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, which is a thing by the way.
Yeah.
Those were on the same channel, same network at the same time, so that could work. Not a lot you could really work with some Hasbro and MLP and Discovery families, so...
Yeah, I mean, you could do Steven Universe. That's still going on. Like, you could do... Kind of like how Steven did the crossover with Uncle Grandpa.
For April Fool's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, for April Fool's Day. But, no, I can't think of anything that I'm like, I want to see that, so no, I'm sorry. And I guess this kind of... this also kind of is like, a question below is like, if you had to choose a game and the MLP world to cross over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
I think for the fact that I've seen fan art for this, and it seemed interesting and colorful and well drawn. Maybe that's why. Sonic.
Maybe.
Sonic.
Maybe indeed. If you were, where could... This is worded a little weird. If you could in MLP, would you stay? I think they're asking, where in MLP would you want to stay? I got my cave dug out in the Everfree. I'm happy.
I mean, I guess Ponyville, because that's where we spend, like, literally 90% of the time throughout what, 8 seasons? Yeah, 8 seasons. So
I am a
Did you
no.
have to count how many seasons there were, Ben?
look, I have been out of the loop as well because I haven't really been catching up with this season. Plus, the fact that it's been going on for 8 years is kind of staggering. So
I'm just poking your wing.
I don't have wings. I'm a fucking unicorn.
We are going to ignore that I forgot. I thought you were a Pegasus. I'm getting you mixed up with game. I'm sorry. It also doesn't help you have Discord as your icon right now.
Blame the bird for that one.
I do blame the verb, but I blame you for using it.
Sorry,
Hang on,
but
hang
it's a
on.
good picture.
You wee devil. Oh god. Okay, this is a fun
Okay,
one.
okay,
Okay.
Sorry.
Focus.
Focus.
I just had to.
This one I can answer really quick, but it's asked for all, so I can answer this really quick. If you could date anyone from the MLP world, who or what would it be? Churgo. I'm not picking anyone else. It's Churgo. Fight me. It's Churgo.
If you're trying to ship me with anything,
It's not gonna work.
you're sorely mistaken.
The burb is a single Pringle who wants nothing else.
Hero's life. That's how I roll.
Yeah,
Ben?
I'm not one for being in relationship with fictional characters, so yeah.
Sorry guys, not that fun.
If you guys just, because I know people do this because they're odd human beings. If you want to do crack ships, we can't stop you. Just know.
Yeah.
Says the people that ship me with my trumpet.
Okay, you went along with it.
I didn't think you guys would go that far, though. God dang.
We were in a group call.
Granted,
and we
I
were
blame
drawing.
Kenzie more.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I wasn't expecting Kenzie to make that art, okay?
You don't know Kenzie.
I do know Kenzie. I just wasn't expecting her to do that.
Oh god. Okay. This next question I don't understand. Barry, I apologize. I'm a little confused at what you're asking, but the princess ever had a pet, and if so, what do you think they were or was? Both princesses have pets. Like, except for Cadence, they all have a pet, even though we haven't seen Aloysius in ages.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I know Celestia has Philomena, again, a creature we haven't seen in ages. And Luna has Tiberius, the opossum. Yeah, I admit it. It should have been an owl. Yep. So yeah, I don't know what you're asking. Do we want to skip this one?
Yeah, just skip.
2 or 3 characters you would all like to go on a road trip with.
From
Discord and Fluttershy.
wait,
It doesn't say where it's from. It's just like anybody, like 2 or 3 characters.
Discord and Fluttershy.
Okay, Danny. I kind of think you'd want Star and Meteora.
not. I don't. Oh, there are so many.
Want me to take it up to allow you to think?
Oh no, I remember. It's like, cause I've seen them on an adventure before, and it's really cool. Jimbo and what's as I'm bad about. Dang it. Treasure Planet Duo. I'm bad with the name.
Oh, Jim and
Like,
yeah, the cyborg.
yeah, I just remember the cyborg going, Jimbo.
In my case, because it says characters, and I'm guessing it can be anybody. God, if I had to pick, if there are so many characters, I would probably say, Draco from Dragonheart, Kiba from Wolf's Rain, and Spyro from the Spyro series. You can kind of guess I like wolves and dragons. Did you know I like wolves and dragons?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know. I guess this winged wolf was really a random thing of my imagination. God dang it.
Alright.
Last question from Berry Pink. Who or what would be your new main six? Ooh. How would we design a new main six?
Well, there's already concept designs out there, but
Yep. This is gonna sound cheesy, but the new kids. That's my new main six. I want to see the kids.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'd admit, I would want to see either the kids and, like, I would want to see the kids plus Spike.
yeah.
And
Like,
maybe
I wanna see
added
Spike.
maybe
Yeah, like Spike. Sorry.
also added
Yeah, add a deer. Just, now that I think about it, if we were gonna swap in everyone, like, put Spike in for Spike, bring in a deer, that would be perfect.
Yep.
Those are really good characters that we could have a whole new series with. Literally, if Hasbro wanted to do a side series, I'd either say a side series with Spike and showing Spike grow up, or a side series with them.
So would that be like 4.5 at that point, or?
Yeah, 4.5.
See, yeah, I would enjoy the heck out of that. So.
Also, I'm just gonna say, I really don't see what everyone's fuss is with those concepts that got leaked for the main redesigns. I think they're really good.
I actually don't like them. I don't. And actually, you know what? Let's answer this question. Like, does anyone else have any other thing they want to say for their main six?
Well, I would hope they have, like, it'd be cool if they had a sentient, like, an owl man.
So you want an owl? No! I wonder why the bird would want an owl man!
Because, first off, sentient owl would be cool. That would just be cool. And also, it could kind of have a really interesting lore and story possibilities for adventures and such, and I just think that's awesome. Then he would have... What's that? Perryton?
Perryton, yeah.
Yeah,
So
a
winged deer.
So, okay, main six. So, Owlman, Perryton. So am I suddenly blanking on mythical creatures?
Just to jump in here, because it was asked, Sasamichin asked a whole bunch, like 62 additional questions to see if we can remember references. Do we want to skip it?
Yeah, because then we'd be here for another 3 hours or so.
Yeah, so,
Maybe
sorry, Sasamichin, we just got too many questions. I really think this is an interesting game, and maybe we can do it for another subscriber special. But I'm sorry, we gotta skip it this time.
maybe save it.
Oh, I'm gonna save the comment. I'm going to save the comment. I'm just very sorry. We have to skip it for now.
I thought it was good.
It was actually good. So, Owlman Perryton. Maybe a Wolpington?
Oh yeah, Because that would kind of play off lore stuff. In a way, it's like one's for good luck and then one's attributed to bad luck.
What about a griffin? Like a griffin or a hippogriff?
I was thinking it'd be cool to see it. What if it was a Siamese, not Siamese, a conjoined hippo griffin, like griffin.
That would be interesting.
So I'm pulling a dragon tails there.
Dragon tails.
Focus, guys.
So that's
3. Unless you count the conjoined twins as 2.
Yeah, they'd be 2 because you have different personalities. So that's 4. Okay, 2 more. That's on. Right. Maybe a hummingbird would be cool.
A hummingbird, okay.
And what were the breezy? A breezy.
Breezies.
Oh, breezy. Okay.
Sorry that took so long, guys. I'm just like.
That's okay. I will say on a little note about the new designs, I don't like them. I think the reason I don't like them is it's just, we can't come up with any ideas for Generation 4, so we're gonna take the same characters and just put them in a new setting, like, frick, no.
Well, I think right now it's just kind of using them as placeholders. They might not be the same characters or something like that. So.
Oh, I hope not. I really hope not.
That would be extreme. If that does happen, it's gonna turn off a lot of people, and then that's when Hasbro's gonna lose a lot of viewership because of it. So.
Like, when someone was telling me they were making a Generation 5, I really thought they were going to go in the route of Badu. Badu is the grandson of Babar, and he has to prove himself in this great line of elephants with his grandfather, who is the hero of all the elephants. I honestly would like to see a Generation 5 where it's the children of the main 6. And it's how they deal with their parents' legacies.
Again, it's still way too early to tell, so...
Again, like, Hasbro, I'll say this. If Hasbro makes it so it's just these characters, I am going to be upset. And my phone is buzzing a lot. I'm going to be upset. I don't think I'll be able to watch it.
I don't think most people would. So
yeah, I don't think I'll be able to watch it just because it's like we couldn't think of. It's basically saying we can't think of anything for Generation 4, so we're making these these basically. I can't believe I'm saying this. These revamped OCs. Like, oh, it's not Twilight Sparkle, it's Twilight Trotter.
Again, I trust the show staff well enough so that they wouldn't have to do that. But again, we're still like 2 or 3 years out before that happens. So
yeah, so we'll see. I will still give the new generation a chance, but God, do I hope they change it. Again, going through lightning round in these next sets of questions. Silver Knight 27 asks, and to you guys who might be confused, hi Pancake! Silver Knight 27 asks all, favorite meme?
Can I say the Lost Son?
What?
Can I say the Lost Son?
No, you can't say the Lost Son.
How is that a meme?
You know the thing.
True.
Yes. My favorite is the I has a cheeseburger, like I has a hamburger.
Oh, that's a classic one.
No, if
I think it's that, or it's like I has a happy. I has a happy.
Wait, I think my official favorite one is one that lovely Silver here created. Work?
Yeah. Context for people who are confused at that. One day me and Danii were flipping through a few pictures that people had posted on Twitter, and somebody had retweeted these pictures of these basset hounds running. So we did this little ad-lib kind of thing where we just had improvised what they were saying, and we kind of, it started out with the beach because they were going to the beach, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's me and you, and it's work, and it's Danii getting all excited for work.
Work?
Work? Because I'm unoriginal, I'm gonna go with...
Oh no!
Okay, I'm sorry, what the frick did you just say?
Do you know they wait?
Okay, I was about to say, I couldn't understand what you were saying.
I think that was the point, because that's how it is.
That's how it is. Really distorted audio quality, the low voice. The Uganda meme, while it's people hate January memes, I'm still love it. It's too stupid to not love.
And racist.
Not really.
Okay, you want to say the people of Uganda are like that?
No, because they're. If anyone
what
seriously
you're
thinks
saying,
that, if anyone takes that seriously, I'm sorry, but it's not supposed to be taken seriously. Ugh.
Let's move on from the topic before we get in a little bit of
Yeah.
trouble. Anywho. Oh god, this is a fun one. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the alphabet?
What?
42.
My favorite color of the alphabet is peacock blue E with a 10 out of 10. It's just a random question, Ben. Do you want to skip?
Okay.
Rar? That's what you want your answer to be? Rar?
That's my answer.
Okay, his answer is rar.
No, it's
Makes as much sense as the question. How do you deal with stress of projects?
Work.
I jump. I was about to say, I jump around to different projects so I can help. I don't give up on them unless I really can't figure out how to fix them, or people just aren't sending in their stuff and it's been like 2 years.
Which thankfully we haven't gotten to that point yet, but...
Yes, we haven't gotten to that point! But God, is it getting annoying. But no, if I really can't figure out how to finish a project, or it's getting annoying as heck and I really need to let it go, I will let it go, but generally when I'm getting too stressed on one thing, I will have something open to just basically derail my mind to take it easy, and then I can go back.
I tend to have a lot of characters, and if I need to do something, like if I get art block due to being really stressed and stuff, I find there are a lot of art prompt generators, and I kind of put them all together and see like what idea. So say if I have a prompt, then I have like, I'll find a book idea generator, and then I just kind of mash the two prompts that I get. That's how I handle stress.
Nice.
How to handle... That's like a weird question for me, because I kind of like make a living off of doing stressful stuff, being like on stage or in front of a large public audience or stuff like that. I don't really get stressed that often, thankfully. I think it's just because I try to simplify it as much as I can. That way it doesn't That way I don't overthink it. Because at least in a performance setting. When it comes to like writing music, I also try to do that. I don't try to overthink it. I try to use what knowledge I have and all this stuff while writing music, so that way it sounds good. Because I trust my instincts more than I trust like anything else, like any other YouTube tutorials or anything like that when it comes to writing music. So I guess that's how I handle stress, but again, I've been handling stress ever since I decided I wanted to become a musician, so that's just how it goes.
Nice. Also, would you guys be okay if I did a few of the questions that were directed to me to get them out of the way?
Sure.
There's a few more from Silver Knight, but I kind of figured these might help get a few out of the way. Creativa Artley asks, Silver Starling, what is your favorite fairy tale? My favorite fairy tale that I loved as a kid was probably, if I remember correctly, God, I can't. Now I remember. It was Talipo. Now, people may be wondering why Talipo is a fairy tale, but how I was told, it was a version of a fairy tale because it came from this book that was called Creepy Fairy Tales. If I have to pick a fairy tale though, probably my favorite is going to be The Three Little Pigs. Or actually, no, because actually this counts. I just realized this counts. My favorite fairy tale is The Three Little Wolves. Because no wolf gets killed in it! And it's really the mean pig that's the one who gets in trouble. I'm sorry, I like The Three Little Wolves. That was my favorite as a kid.
Well, yeah, it's a lot nicer. Since, like, no.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Because no wolf dies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What is my favorite fable? Ooh. The problem is that they've asked, what's my favorite fable and what is my favorite myth? They're both kind of the same. Favorite fable would probably be Beowulf. Beowulf is my favorite fable because Beowulf is connected heavily into my family's history, so I would have to say Beowulf. And my favorite myth, just because it got me interested into hearing creepy tales, you know what, we'll say Talipo. We'll say Talipo is my favorite myth. Oh god, this. Okay, so someone called Rob Frank, you hold the record for the longest question in this entire Q&A.
Oh boy.
Rob Frank asks Silver Starling, hey Silver Starling, I was curious if you would make a video, either series or episode. He wasn't specific. But hey, Silver Starling, I was curious if you would make a video on creatures and races that would possibly show up in the show. If you already did one, then I possibly missed it. But you seem like the smart kind of person who knew a lot of different mythical creatures that could see being in the show. Thank you. I am hoping to see a Corinne or a gargoyle. What are the creatures you are hoping to see? First off, thank you for the compliment. Second off, I would love to do that. God, yeah, I'd love to do that. Actually, I haven't thought about that. Yeah, that's going on the list of things I'm gonna do.
Add another series, Rob. Yay!
Yeah, thank you, Rob. Second question.
If you need art.
Well, with a little bit of money I can scrape up, yes. Thank you, Rob, again for that idea. What creatures am I hoping to see? The problem is the creatures I want to see either a lot of people haven't heard of, or a lot of people don't know. Like, one that I want to see is called an Enfield. And let me see actually if I can do a screen share to show it. It's an Irish animal.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I
think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people know. It's kind of... It's a little hard to explain. But it's an Irish fox.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to remember if it's got wings or not. I need to look at my notes. Little intermission. Infield Irish fox. Infield fox. Yeah, it is a winged fox. So basically, it is a winged fox. It's often described as having the head of a fox, the talons of an eagle, the chest of a greyhound, the body of a lion, the hindquarters, and tail of a wolf. But really, a lot of depictions I've seen as is just a winged wolf. Sorry, not a winged wolf, a winged fox. So Enfields are really fun. Another animal I would want to see probably would be a chupacabra. I'd like to see some appearances of thunderbirds, but the two that I really want to see is the abada and the grootslang. If anyone has seen Secret Saturdays, you know what a grootslang is. Yep, you know what a grootslang is. If no one has seen Secret Saturdays, though, a grootslang is basically a reptilian elephant.
They're so cool.
They are really, really cool. And the other one I would have to say that I really want to see is the abada. The abada is a murderous striped unicorn.
Yep.
That's literally what it is, people. It can sometimes be a goat, but it's often depicted as being a murderous unicorn.
Yep.
And the reason I say these two
My
is
Little
because
Pony, a family show.
Yes! The reason I say the grootslang I really want to appear and the abada is because those are African animals. And we still don't know where Zecora came from. So it could be a really good transition for her to say, oh, it's the grootslang from home. Something, God, that was bad. Home is a horrible word to rhyme with. It's my friend, blah, 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 the abada. Here right now. I know it's a monster you don't know, or something like that. Rhyming is bad for me on the spot.
It is for most people.
But long story short, the Enfield, the abada, the grootslang are multiple animals that I would want to see. And it is so sad we haven't seen any of those yet. But yeah, thank you, Rob. I am definitely going to do that episode. I might pull on a few other creature lovers, but we'll see. Story Club Young asks me, what was your inspiration for your OC? I'm a not. Do they mean the name or?
I
guess maybe.
I think just the OC in general. I guess.
Okay. Well, I chose a winged wolf because I'm writing a novel that involves winged wolves, and it's just something I like to do. That literally is it. That literally
Simple
is it.
question. Simple answers.
Yep. We are down to the last 23 questions.
Yay.
Sa Samachan, the one who did that whole reference Q&A thing he was going to do, asks me, my dragon does this weird little head bobbing thing sometimes. What does it mean? Depends on what dragon you're talking about. If you're talking like a baby pseudo dragon or a baby dragon, that probably means it's just happy.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a teen dragon or it's an adult, it might be tired or sick. Go take it to the vet. I am just looking to see. Okay, that was the last question directed at me. So, let's keep going then. Silver Knight 27 asks us all, what's one fact no one else knows about you, or no one knows about you?
Apparently, I can write really good poetry.
Nice.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm pretty forward with like basically everyone. So
Okay. Um, I got electrocuted when I was a kid.
Jesus.
Yeah, I got electrocuted when I was a kid. From a farm. That was a fun
I
experience.
can imagine.
So little thing is, I could literally make a storytelling series if I wanted to on stuff that's happened to me in my life.
Yes.
But but Gordo does that, and I don't want to take that away from him.
Oh, okay.
So I want to be respectful to him. If he said he was stopping his storytelling series, I might do that, but I want to be respectful to the little guy.
Okay.
But no, I got electrocuted as a kid. So I used to do horseback riding. I don't anymore because I don't have a car, and the stable would be about a 5-hour walk, and I'm not doing that.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, it's out there. There is no bus that goes down there. I don't have a car. But I did used to go to a stable. It was called the Ranch, just simply the Ranch. And it was a Western riding stable. And I was very young, or at least I didn't understand a lot about how the farm worked. So I didn't know that the farm used electrical fences on their horses. So what had happened is the ranch would sometimes do these little parties. And because I was one of the people who had worked there for, not work, but like had lessons there a few times, I needed to babysit a bunch of kids. And I got a little annoyed because it's like, you've been making me run around and do a lot of chores. I really want food. Because it was past lunchtime and I hadn't eaten yet. And they're like, oh, we just need you to do this one last thing. So, in a fake display of, okay, I'll do it, I grabbed the wooden pole and I put my head down on the wire. Let's just say for the next 3 seconds, I didn't know where I was.
Jeez.
I literally felt this spark go into my head. Everything felt numb. I couldn't figure out for a few seconds what was going on. I backed up. My dad asked what happened. They said, oh, it's an electrical fence. There was no sign that indicated it was an electrical fence. No sign at all. I was fine after, but everything felt fuzzy and shaky and weird after that.
Well, yeah, you got flipping electrocuted by a fence.
Now, it wasn't like I was electrocuted to death or like there's a scar on my head, but it was enough of an electrocution that made me basically have to sit down for 30 minutes because I tried to start walking and I just started to move everywhere. Like, this is enough to keep 100-pound horses off.
Jesus.
So yeah, no, fun fact is I got electrocuted when I was a kid. I have lots more other stories, but again, I want to respect Gordo. Next question. Are you a cake or a pie person? I'm a meat pie person.
I will always say this. Why not have both?
I'm gonna go with cake. I like cake more than pie.
Nice.
I love both.
That's
Simple answers to questions.
yay.
God, we got another large one. I think it's, I'm just checking. Yeah, it's the last big one.
Yay.
Creative Artly asks, favorite character from school days, Gallus. Straight out, I love Gallus. He looks amazing.
Well, I think the one I had the most fun drawing is the little changeling Babu.
Ocellus?
She's cool. She's very cool.
Yep. Ben?
Trying to remember. Again, I have really bad memory when it comes to some of the watching like the episodes in the show. So
The pink hippogriff, the orange dragon, the blue griffin, the brown yak, the tealish aqua changeling, and the green pony.
Probably gonna go with the griffin.
And then there's racist mixed racist, the white unicorn.
Nah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Like, God, how much clearer do you want to be that it's a racist individual when you make him a pure white unicorn?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
God dang!
I need to rewatch School Days because I kind of was just like trying to what's the word I'm looking for. I was just kind of like skimming through it, and I was doing a lot of other stuff at the time. So next time I need to actually pay attention to it. But I really like the Griffin character, so.
Gallus! Oh, he's a jerk. He's a little jerk, but he looks good. What is your favorite character from the MLP movie? Tempest. God, Tempest. I love that character.
Here's the thing, and you guys, and Erica, you're gonna crucify me for this probably. I still haven't watched the movie yet.
Nor have
I will
I.
not crucify you. I thought you were going to say see a pony, and then yes, I
No,
would.
I still haven't. I have it on my computer. I just haven't had time to watch it. I'm probably gonna do that either today or tomorrow. So.
I've seen clips because I was just having to. I was bored one night. Really?
I do know everyone loves the freaking cat. I do know that.
Capper is terrific.
I think from the. I liked. The designs that I liked was Queen Nova.
Mm-hmm.
So Queen Nova, Tempest, and. What's that guy's name?
I'm surprised you didn't choose the birds. Like the walking, talking, bipedal Captain Solano and her birds.
I'm disappointed in their character designs. And
It's birds!
I have standards!
Good answer! Okay, good answer!
Very good answer.
Okay, we'll let you have that.
Thank you!
I love that. It's birds! I have standards! I love the screech you did. Oh my god.
I can actually do a proper so yeah.
Do it!
Me?
Do it!
I did it. I was like, there you go.
Okay, rears, let's get back on track.
Okay.
Ooh, this is a really good one. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Creative Artly, really good questions. I really like these. What premise would you like to see covered in the show someday?
Ooh.
Can I just jump in right now?
Just do it. Just do it. I need time.
Okay. Hasbro, baby, sweetie, lovely, goodbye, amiga, chum. Where are the princess's parents? Where the frick are they? At this rate, I'm going with the theory that it's Princess Platinum and Commander Hurricane. Like, where are the princess's parents? What is their history? Where are Discord's parents? Where is Sakura's family? Best question, and I know this is a spoiler for the season 8 thing, but who is Spike's parents? Like, this is what I don't like in the show, is that they put up these characters, but they don't say who their family is, or their history. Like, I'm sorry for getting that there, but that's my thing. Where is everybody? Explain the continuity of your world show!
For me, Hasbro, we've seen a lot of good kid shows get dark. There is clearly some segregation stuff going on. We has.
Isn't this technically spoiler?
Not necessarily. Go on, Danny.
It's okay.
We
I was
have
about to say.
We have basically, from what I'm hearing, pretty much the most obvious example of racism being presented in this season. Are you gonna dive into that more?
Yeah, I'd like that.
How far are you going to go? Hasbro, I know you say you sell kids' toys and all that, and you're geared towards children, but have you forgotten about Transformers? They killed off characters. Got kinda dark.
Fair
With the
point. Fair point.
Milton Ponies. Maybe I'd watch it then. Just saying.
Ben?
I kind of agree with both of yours. I think I'm just gonna go simple and say, just give me an episode with Vinyl or Octavia or both of them, just on their own, please.
Yep. What story genre do you enjoy? Fantasy?
Fantasy, action, adventure, more comedy. I don't know. I like a lot of stuff. So.
And then, actually, now that I think about it, you can also answer for the next one because it's the same thing. What genre movie do you enjoy? Fantasy still for me.
Yeah. Same for me. Added musicals there too, so.
Yeah, true. Danny Burp?
I said
Danny Burp.
all of the above.
Okay. I was about to say, you were a little quiet there. Okay, this is another fun one. Again, thank you, Creative Artly. These are actually really fun. Not that I'm saying the other questions weren't, just these are some really thinkers. Which one-shot pony, if you had to choose, would you want to bring back to MLP?
Vinyl and Octavia.
Yep.
Wait, what was the
For
question?
obvious reasons.
I don't know if you can answer this one, Danny, but which one-shot pony, if you had to choose, would you want to bring back to MLP?
One shot?
Actually, you could do the Generation 3 pony you were talking about. This isn't a pony, so I don't know if it counts, but the two characters I would want to see brought into the show more, or at least just brought into the show, would be King Aspen.
Yes.
I'd want to see King Aspen. And I'd want to see Little Strongheart. Again, I think you guys can tell I don't like the ponies as much in MLP as I like the mythics. I wonder if that's clear.
Yeah, the reason why I want them to bring in Starcatcher, cause she looked different in like a different species in a way.
Mm-hmm.
If they brought her back,
You'd be all over that.
plus making her a different race.
Yep.
Sign me the heck up, boy.
Which MLP character do you relate to the most? Spike.
Starlight.
Twilight.
For reasons I'm not going to get into, Spike.
I mean, part Sprite, but mostly Twilight.
Yeah.
Starlight, still.
I'm gonna combine these two these two questions just because it is the same question but two different things. Who is your favorite MLP villain? And who is your favorite Disney villain?
I kind of already answered that one. Dr. Facilier is my favorite Disney one.
Yeah.
Favorite one from MLP? What is? Go with Tyrek.
Danii?
Honestly, Sombra, favorite MLP villain.
And Disney villain?
Toffee.
Top. Wait,
what?
Oh yeah, Star is in the Disney universe.
Okay.
Right. Toffee does count.
Toffee or Meteora. One of those.
Yeah. If I had to pick, I already kind of said that my favorite villain was Scar, but actually, if I have to pick what is my favorite Disney villain, just because of the sheer brutality, Shan Yu.
Yes.
Yeah, I can
Mulan.
see that.
Shan Yu was ruthless. He legitimately made me terrified. Especially with that quote he said, how many scouts does it take to deliver a message? One. That shum, or whatever that sound effect was, freaked the frickin' daylights out of me as a kid.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry, Toffee. I'm sorry, Meteora. Yes, him.
The fact he slaughtered so many people and killed children?
Yeah, that one scene with the doll.
Yeah, just... Oh.
It's like, I suppose we'll have... I suppose we'll have to return it to her. I was like...
Just... Ooh.
I was like, oh boy. Sad me. I'm ready for this.
Favorite Disney villain, MLP villain, and this is gonna sound weird, but my favorite MLP villain is actually the Chancellor.
Yeah, I can see that. I need to like rewatch that episode in order to like fully grasp it. So
I can't say why because it's spoilers for Phi. But let's just say that when people saw that episode, there was people freaking out in Phi because they got really excited that that is something that is an MLP.
I do remember that. I
yeah,
remember
like,
the chat
was going crazy.
I just remember the chat blowing up and being like, "Oh my god,
we called it!" So again, you guys, when Phi will come out, you will see exactly what's going on. Okay, this one I think, Ben, you don't really need to answer because you keep saying it, but favorite pony: Starlight, Sunset, Twilight, or Trixie? Danii Burr?
Wait, but did they say sunset?
Yeah, they said Sunset.
Sunset.
Same for me. Sunset is, as much as I like Twilight, Sunset is my favorite because she is so complex.
See, that's hilarious because I remember back when Equestria Girls first came out, and then everyone was like hating on Sunset, and now it's like a complete 180.
Oh yeah. Again, because they took time with her. Unlike a few of these other characters. Okay, this is a fun one. Which MLP character do you think would win in a hoof wrestling match? I will say this is the one I don't understand of the questions. I don't know if it means with you personally or who you think would win in a hoof wrestling match.
Just in general, I think.
Then probably bulk biceps.
But then Maud beat bulk biceps technically, didn't she? Or
I don't know. Actually, yeah, you know what? Let's go with Maud. I'm gonna say
I was about
Maud.
to say, Maud's pretty powerful.
Yep. Danii?
Hmm. Maud versus Ember?
That could be
That could be
fun.
fun.
Yeah. Nebulous Draco asks, what drove you to choose your names?
I just need a name. That's literally it.
Danii?
Middle name. And I said burb instead of birds.
Wait, your middle name is Danii.
Danielle?
Aww. I know your first name, so aww. It's so cute.
Danny's like, I am the knight. Danny's just like,
I'm sorry, you're too cute.
You can't tell, but my feathers are all fluffed.
I am the knight.
I'm aggro bird.
I know something that'll make you happy. We're down to the last 8 questions.
Okay, yes, let's do this.
Okay, lightning round. Because I think you guys need to take a break. God, how long have we been recording for?
3 hours.
Exactly 3 hours and 8 minutes.
We've been recording for 3. Oh my god. Okay, everyone who sent questions, we're gonna pick this up because yeah, we need a break. God, I hope YouTube will let me upload a 3-hour video.
It should.
I think some audio on my end might need to be edited due to the fact that parents came in and I muted my mic, but I forgot if I mute my mic, it doesn't mute Audacity.
I literally am going unedited and just putting this up for people to see.
Yeah.
I don't want to do too much work editing this. I just want to have
Right.
fun.
There was just one part on my end due to reasons.
That'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, so Steven Zacharias asks us, how do you tackle a new creative project? Oh, that's asking me, what creative project do you want every week? Because I jump a lot!
Yeah.
They are my witness! I'll come at them at like 2 in the morning saying, Danii! Ben! I have an idea!
And then I just...
This is very, very true.
Dani's good, because she's usually up. Ben, you've been trying to go to bed early.
And I'm on
especially
insomnia
as of late when I'm
medication.
trying to actually wake up in the daylight and be able to go to work properly, but...
Yeah, and giving you guys a heads up, I do something they really hate, which is I will keep spamming them with, hey, 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 hey.
It
I'm
is
like
the
a really happy dog.
No offense, Erica, but it is the human equivalent of Navi from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's Navi. I think I even did that one time where I'm like, hey, listen, hey.
You literally did that in the call, like in a call with us one time, so...
But it gets your attention.
So someone draw Erica as Navi, so...
Yeah, you could draw me as Navi, and that is actually accurate to what I do.
Exactly, so...
Ironically, I felt so bad because Churgo hates it when I do that. Churgo goddamn hates it. But one time he forgot to turn his phone off in church. So I suddenly started to spam him. Hey, 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 hey! And it just started to beep.
You are
in
evil.
church.
You are evil.
I didn't know he was at church. Sometimes he goes to church, but sometimes he doesn't. Like, he even told me sometimes his family goes to church, sometimes he doesn't. I didn't know. I felt so bad. Apparently it was a fun thing for everyone to freak out about. Because his phone started to just beep. Oh god. But how I tackle a new creative project is I kind of look at all the other projects I'm looking at and I'm like, okay, I will finish this in 3 years. Oh God, Ben?
Can you repeat the question because it kind of got lost in all that?
How do you tackle a new creative project?
When it comes to like, especially writing music, I usually just try to find something that not so much inspires me, but just something that I really just want to work on. Like, I'm not one of those, hey, I just got inspired to write a type of musician. No, I'm not. I usually just play out something. If it's something that sticks with me, it normally goes. I usually just, a lot of my music is just me playing around with different chord progressions and stuff like that. Me trying to experiment as much as I can to understand how to write music properly. So that's really how it goes for me, if that makes any sense.
Danii?
I just have an idea pop into my head at random because I have very bad ADHD. My head's always filled with thoughts. I will draw random characters and such. If I feel an attachment to the characters, I dive head in and wing it. Wing it all the way. That's literally what I do. I have no plans. Just
I guess this follows into the next question then is, would you explain your creative process for working on a project?
wing it. Just
Ben?
I mean,
Oh, sorry, Danii. Sorry, Danii, what were you saying?
it's like wing it. I've been doing it since day one, way before even this. When I didn't know how to do something in school, I winged it and hoped for the best. That's my creative process, yes.
me next.
Yep.
For me, it's basically what I was just talking about. I normally just play around on piano or just play something on trumpet. Normally just playing around with different stuff. Sometimes I get an idea for a song by just looking at a picture or just thinking of something. Not like I get inspired by this, but it's something that usually sits in my head for a while but to really just try to, I guess, get creative juices flowing, I guess, and then try to find a sound that perfectly represents the song that I want to go with, so.
My process is a little different from how I get an idea. When I get an idea, I get very excited, I get jumpy, I get everyone in, because I want to pass it through with people if it's a good idea. But working on, I think you guys can be my witness to this, I over-plan stuff.
You're like that one. You're like that one girl from Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Annabeth. I over-plan things way too much. So for example, in Family is Everything, I have planned out every single episode in the series. I've planned out what happens. I've planned out how it connects to each other. In the secret project I'm doing, we have it very planned out.
We know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but before any project sees the light of day, it is planned out as best I can. In fact, I would not have even done a casting call for Phi if Corgi, and I think you even, Ben, had not encouraged me, like, just put it out.
Pretty much.
Stop planning, just put it out.
Pretty much. Or else the casting call probably wouldn't have gone out until later this year.
This year. Probably this year.
Late this year.
Yeah. Last question with Steven Zacharias is, what programs, tools, or utilities do you prefer to work with? I'm pretty simple with recording. I use Audacity. I use Sony Vegas for editing the videos and such. I use Photoshop Elements for coloring. And I have my light table that I draw with.
For myself, I honestly work with whatever I can get. scrap paper. In terms of traditional, it's like scrap paper, old sketchbooks. I will flip through pages and draw on those again. Any surface that I can draw on, I draw on. As for paint programs, I just have Psy. And if I do animatics, I honestly just use Window Maker. I have a mic, which is my laptop mic, and Audacity. What I got.
I get you. Ben?
My setup's a little bit more extensive, only because I'm doing music more professionally than a lot of other people. I still use FL, like a cracked version that my friend Jostrian gave me like so many years ago. It just helps organize and sequence all the songs into like one place. For recording, I use Studio One. I used to use Audacity, but Studio One just helps mix it a lot better and help organize everything a lot better as well. As for like video stuff, I use Sony Vegas like a bunch of other people. I just upgraded to 14, which is freaking amazing. So
I might save up money if I can.
It's still like only $20 right now. If I think it's still $20, but I'm not sure.
I am dirt poor.
But there's that. I also have an external mic with a audio box and stuff like that. I'm trying to upgrade my mic because right now I'm using a $17 microphone, and right now it probably sounds all right. But to the trained ear, it's like I still need a better microphone. So
the Yeti's pretty good. That's the one
I used to have a Yeti. I used to have a Snowball. But like, for pro tip, if you want to start recording on cheap, get like a Snowball or a Blue Yeti. They help immensely. So
So this is actually a question from a friend of ours, Jake Hammerquest. Not sure if you guys have met him. Me and Corgi do. He's a good guy. Jake asks, and this might be a tough question for Ben, what is your favorite musical artist or bands?
Imagine Dragons, Crywank, Five Finger Death Punch, Dodie. Honestly, I'm in a row. It doesn't have to be a particular artist. If it's a good song, I'll listen to it and I'll check out like other songs that they have done.
Yeah. Ben?
this is a problem because studying music, you kind of have to research like many different other people's works. So I've had to look back from stuff like Haydn to Mozart and stuff like that. So, but excluding that, I like jazz. So stuff like Louis Armstrong, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, stuff like that. Rock bands, I think one of my favorites is Queen. Always has been, always probably will be, because I kind of grew up on Queen.
Good man.
And I've also gone into Rush a lot lately, so Rush is an insanely good band.
I'm going to sound like a freaking weirdo, but my music is generally folk. I like folk music, and I like country music, and I like fantasy genre-ish music. As well as Broadway. So specific bands that I like is Celtic Women. Love Celtic Women's work. Great Big Sea, fantastic work. I forget their specific name. I'm gonna have to look them up. Mal's song. I'll say this: if anybody likes Firefly, you are a good person.
Firefly. I think I know what you're talking about.
Right, Vicky. Yeah, Vicky and Tony. Vixie and Tony did Mal's song from Firefly. Amazing cover, amazing song. Miracle of Sound is another brilliant brilliant group. They have done many amazing songs like Serenity. They have done stuff like they've done things like Wake the White Wolf, and then musicals, Dear Evan Hansen, Hamilton, all those kinds.
One more to add to the list. Anything by Michael Giacchino, aka the guy who wrote the soundtracks for The Incredibles, Up, all the Pixar stuff. He's also amazing.
Yep.
So
we are in the final home stretch with the last 4 questions.
yeah.
So I apologize if I do not say your name right. Ashish Verma. Ashish Verma. I apologize if I butchered that name. Which is your favorite 2 episodes of season 7, and which is your 2 episodes of season 7 you hate? Is it bad to say I can't remember many episodes of season 7? Is that bad to say?
Yeah, the only ones that stand out to my mind are the season finale, which is great, and the one with AJ's parents, which is also great. So,
Is it bad for me to say I didn't like the season finale?
I mean, no, it's, again, different taste. I liked it, but again, I understand not everyone's gonna like it, so.
I don't like it because it felt too shark jumpy.
I can kind of feel that.
Instead of the ancestors staying in their past, they're back. It's now literally making the main 7, main 8, if we include Spike, useless.
Not necessarily, but again.
I know not necessarily, but it's kind of like, I really don't like when people do this. The other one I really freaking hated in that season was Fluttershy Leans In.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that.
God, did I hate that episode.
I don't watch the show.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think the best episode from season 7 for me was Perfect Pair. I think
that's like the
Pair.
one consensus episode that everyone loves from the season.
Well, the funny thing is, I don't like it because we got to meet AJ's parents. I like it because we got Burnt Oak.
Yeah.
And I love Burnt Oak. I love his voice. I love how he looks like Sam Elliott. I look how he sounds like Sam Elliott. He's just a great character I love. And again, for spoilers in Phi, we can't say why Danii really likes him.
Because I'm just vibrating.
Again, if we could, I will say this. I'm gonna do a shout out for Phi in the end, but we will explain more about why this is happening. But yeah, no, for me, I really did not like the season finale. I did not like Fluttershy Leans In. But I did like Perfect Pair. And I'll be very honest, I can't remember the other episodes of season 7. I can't.
I'm probably gonna end up doing a marathon session of all the episodes once once MLP is almost done. So.
Oh yeah, probably. Like before season 9, I'm gonna marathon them all
yeah.
again.
I'm not.
As long as it doesn't get leaked again, Hasbro.
Yeah, it would be nice. Well, I'm gonna say this. It's nice for me, because then I can play a review
It's nice for you, but...
Yeah, it's funny enough. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, I'm Mother Teresa. I have not watched any of the leaked episodes. No, I've watched them all. I watched them all. I'm not gonna lie. It really does help with reviews because, you know, it does. There are things that are probably going to get changed, but it does help reviewers. Because we can literally just get the general story idea, wait for when the episode comes out, make a final thoughts, and then have the video
Right.
up. But no, I'm gonna be very honest. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be very honest. It would be great if they did get leaked. Bad for me as a reviewer, good for the fandom.
Very good for the fandom.
Okay, last three. Samachan. What kind of creature are you and where are you from? Ben?
I'm a unicorn. I'm from Equestria, whatever.
You haven't thought about your OC's backstory,
Look,
have you?
my OC is literally just me, okay? I did not put that much thought on it back in 2013, because I didn't expect to be in this fandom for this goddamn long. This ride will never freaking end.
So wait, would it then be Manhattan?
Actually, no, Baltimore. Technically.
Baltimore? Okay. Okay, Baltimore.
Considering that's where I work part-time, so...
Danii Burr?
Well... I don't know if it's technically... Well, my character is kind of... from a species of sentient owls that have an ancestry stemming from the Mothman / Owlman. So they lived off in a village far, far away, and my character is just kind of like a little adventurous nomad.
You know what? I've been a little bit secretive about Silver Starling's backstory. I will give this to people. What was that, Danii? I thought you said something. Never mind, Starling's hearing things. This is a good sign that the stream should end, or the thing should end soon. Starling was born in a desert. Her species is specifically a winged wolf, and I will say that her pack was named the Frost Clan, but she was born in a desert. I want you, whoever is listening, to let that sink in, and that'll give you something of a clue of Starling's backstory. Is that her pack is called the Frost Pack, but they live in a very hot desert near dragons. I'm not gonna say why, and again, it would be great if there were... funny enough, I could get a lot more videos out if there were more editors. But editors cost money, and I don't have that. So that is okay, and the last two I wanted to save Churgo's because for the end, because we could actually do a shout out for projects we're working in. But the question before that, the last two, for those of you that have a pet for your character, what is it? Those who don't, what would you want?
I don't have a pet, but if I would have a pet, it would be a dog. There's like dogs. So, yeah, dog.
My character has a book, and in it is like a familiar sort of thing. It part of the place they are from, blah blah blah. But in that book, it contains like control. Words conjoined. It's kind of like Cerberus, but with two heads. Small ink blob-esque. Kind of pages, and then it can hop out.
Nice. Well, many of you have seen her once. I'm actually planning to bring her in more. But Starling has a tanuki. So Starling has a little tanuki that is called Bandit. She's got little heterochromia eyes. She's got a little star on her head. And she has been around with Starling for, I think, over a century.
Dang.
And the very last question, and because of the question, I'm allowing you all to give a shout out to whatever project you want for this. Churgo asks, what kind of amazing projects have you all worked on together?
Am I allowed to talk about the one thing that I'm doing character designs for?
I was about to say, the problem is one of them is secret, and I don't know, do we think we should keep it secret?
Can I say something that might be in it?
How about this? You can describe what you're doing in it, and I will don't say what it is, but I can describe what the project is. Deal?
Yes. So, you guys like mythical creatures? Yes? Good. Because I'm designing a lot of them.
As many of you have heard throughout this video, we are all working on a project, which I am not going to say what. There's quite a few of us. But the best I can say is it's a little like the TF2 group. Like the TF2 bronies. We're not doing TF2, we're doing something else. And we're doing it in a different kind of style, how they are presenting it. But the idea is going to be that it involves a lot of mythical creatures for different purposes, and Danii is designing them out. And she is, as I said, a fantastic artist. It looks incredible, the work she is doing. So, again, everybody go commission Danii, because god dang is she amazing. Sorry, they are amazing.
Thank you. I was also gonna say, Wolf Mom here. She has writing commissions, guys.
Okay, I haven't officially opened them yet. I still need to do cadets, which I feel really bad.
But keep an eye out, okay?
Ben?
Well,
I will say you can shout out your own projects too.
oh yeah. First of all was going to be FIE, of course, working on the music for that. So far how many songs do we have so far that I've written up? Like 5 or 6?
We've got 5. We've got 5 songs written up and a few that are still being worked on.
Right, so already a lot. None of them are going to be in the first episode or anything like that, but
yeah, it's not till about episode 5 do we get the
right.
song.
And also another thing that's going to be happening, but I don't think I'm allowed to say because it's like after episode 5 that's happening.
No, you can say
I'm also voicing in it like for a little bit, so that's going to be fun. Test out my voice acting chops or whatever.
Yeah, so to give you the ideas, not only is Ben making the music, he is also voicing 2 characters. They're 2 surprise characters, and it's going to be with a little surprise that's going on with Fi. Again, you guys will see it. Again, awesome shout out to Ben. He has done fantastic music that literally makes the entire cast get so excited when he shows off one of the songs of the project. So everybody go commission this awesome unicorn.
Should I also... Oh, sorry.
Well, I was going to shout out one more project that it's one that I've been working on since February, and it's one of my friends, Dragon Fox Girl's student film. She has been working on it since, I'd like to say, like later in 2017, because she just got back to school. But she's been working on the concept for the thesis film since like way back, ever since I first like messaged her and stuff like that. We first started working together, and I haven't seen the final project yet. I just know that I've made probably one of my best musical compositions to this date in there, and I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
It's true. It is true. Very true. Also, Wolfmom, should I also mention what I'm doing in FIE?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I am also gonna I'm one of the artists in the FIE project, as well as the voice of 3 characters.
A few, yeah.
The main one being Starlight Shimmer. That was her name, right?
No, Starlight Glimmer. That was my stomach, though.
Okay, yeah, you see how... You know how much in the fandom I am in. Not a lot. Like, why did I... Oh wait, Sunset Shimmer. Jeez, why...
It's a ship! It's a ship!
No. No. No ship. No ship.
Well, there is a couple with Starlight. Like, Starlight is dating someone in Family is Everything.
Well, it's in the script. The asexuals try their best.
There are a few asexuals, but Starlight is not one of them.
Like I said, I'll try my best.
If it's my turn then, again, shout out to Danii, shout out to Ben, amazing artist, amazing musician. Please go give them a big shout out. I'd also like to actually, on behalf of Churgo, because I know he's not here, and I know he would probably love to do this as a shout out. He is in a project called Noble Blood. It's run by, at least one of the people who's the head of it is Vicky Dallaha. Sorry, Vicky, if I messed up your name. Dahalia. So, Vicky is a terrific artist. She's got a terrific team. And the project looks terrific. They are animating it from what I can tell. There's voice acting. It should be coming... There is some content on her art, like her DA, that I'm going to show in the description. But yeah, no, it is a wonderful project. Everybody go look at it. As for my project, however, I think the big one that has taken up a lot of my time is the secret project that, again, we cannot reveal yet, and Family is Everything. And I will admit, I really want to get Family is Everything done. I would love to get started on it and show you guys, but we have hit some roadblocks that is not possible.
We'll get there.
Yeah, so to put it simply, everybody, I think the biggest, and again, like, there are other things, like, there is Silver Starling's backstory I would like to do. There is things like I'd like to make videos faster. So I guess the best thing I can say is if you want to help out with Family is Everything, that would be great. We need a lot of voice actors. We need some artists if we can grab them. An editor, like another sets of editor, could really help us. And if you want to help with general videos, I'll say this. If you guys are editors, god dang, you would be a shining beacon of holy frick, thank you.
What do you need, art editors?
It's not necessarily art editors, it's vocal editors, like video editors and vocal editors I need help with. So again, I know those cost money and I don't have that money, which is why I'm trying to do it on my own, which, yeah, every single one of the videos, I do a lot of it on my own except the title card. Which is why videos take so long to make. But, yeah, I would have to say, big shout out I'm going to do right now is to say Family is Everything. It is an amazing project. I am so grateful to be with the team that I'm on. And I know if Corgi was here, she'd also be saying thank you too. Because me and her, we made this. And we are going to be danged if it's not going to get done. And god dang, that's it! That's the Q&A! Thank you to everybody who sent in questions. Big shout out to every single person who did any kind of question. Just god dang, thank you. Yeah, just thank you, big thank you. Let me just see if I can take up the video again to give specific shout outs. Shout out to Kenny Vargas. God dang, did you do a lot of questions for us? Quirky Craft, Oompa Loompa back. Rosie Severs, thanks again. Neville Yagashi, thank you. Crystal Shine and Crystal Lily, thank you. Churgo, love ya hun. Valis, thanks bud. Amy, Hunter, thank you very much. You are a great sis too. Moon Knight, Real2911, thank you so much for your questions. Berry Pink, thank you. AJ, thank you. Silver Knight, 27, thank you. Cowboy Engineer, thank you. The Small Sweeper, thank you. Creative Artley, thank you. Rob Frank, thank you for that great idea. Story Club Young, thank you. Nebulous Draco, thank you. Smartmouth, thank you. Bennick the Hedgehog, thank you. Steven Zacharias VA, thanks bud. Crystal Shine, thank you. Samichan, thank you. Jake Hammerquest, thank you. Ashius Virma, thank you. Thank you so much. And again, Bud, Jake, we will be bringing you into Stupid Cupid. It's just been getting a little difficult. Thank you to every single person. And for those of you who are interested, so Kenny, Neville, Valis, Moon Knight, and Crystal Shine. I might indeed be getting in contact with you guys soon to bring you in. I will have to see if you guys have vectors. If not, it's okay. It's alright. We can see about something later, or if not, thanks anyway for showing interest. I guess just say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. This has been going on for almost 4 hours now.
Okay, let me. Hang on, I need to. Oh, dang it, I didn't get it. Ah!
Okay. Just do one more.